Welcome to another episode of the RDR podcast. We are your host. I'm Quentin.
I'm Tim.
And I'm Malik.
And today, as always, we got some discussions for you that we think you'll love. We're going to take a travel back in time to the 80s, and we're going to talk about our favorite 80s movies. We're going to talk about PlayStation's State of Play, and we'll discuss the ending of Cobra Kai. Was it good? Did it live up to the show? Was it terrible like Game of Thrones, or was it great like Breaking Bad? We'll discuss it. Ready to get started?
Yeah, let's get into it.
Let's go. First, we're going to talk about the PlayStation State of Play. What did you guys think of it?
Oh, man, it was a great show.
Yeah.
There was so many games I wanted to play on there.
I'm actually glad that you messaged us and told us it was on.
Yeah.
Because I honestly, I forgot all about it.
Yeah, I had saw it earlier in the day, I think while I was at work, and it had mentioned it. And then something made me remember it maybe a half an hour before it was supposed to start. And I was like, oh yeah, that is happening. I'm like, oh yeah, I need to check that out.
You know, watching it made me miss E3.
Yeah.
I'm still mad I never got a chance to go.
Right. Me too. Now we're in positions to where we could have went, and it's now y'all want to get rid of it.
Yeah.
You know. But it really made me miss E3. But there was a few games I caught my attention.
Sure.
Onimusha, of course.
All right. Well, since you brought it up, why don't you state that? Onimusha.
The remake or the new one?
Both.
Both.
I actually just played Onimusha 1 again. I mean, I played the series over before, but I played 1 again. Didn't realize how short that game was.
Mm-hmm.
It's really, you could beat that game in 3.5 hours. It's a really short game. Still a great game though. But the 2 remake I'm looking forward to, even though I beat that plenty of times. I just want to see Gogan Gontis again. The greatest swordsman of demons.
Yeah, I honestly never played Onimusha.
Well, you play the first one, so you beat it in 3.5 hours.
Didn't 2 have something to where it was just messing with you just so you die? Was that Onimusha or was that a different game where it was invisible bombs?
No, I don't remember.
It wasn't Onimusha. It was a different game. Okay, then.
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about, Q.
Yeah, there was a game. Maybe it was Ninja Gaiden. It was one of them games to where there was a level where it was invisible bombs after you beat the boss, and you would just blow up and die, and it was just frustrating as hell. I just remember playing it as a kid. I'll find it.
Well, playing Ninja Gaiden was stressful enough.
Yeah. One thing I want to do is I'm going to check this new trailer out because I vaguely remember seeing it during State of Play, but I want to see it again, see if it catches my attention.
Okay.
Because it might be something I need to get into. Been wanting to expand my game repertoire anyway. So being able to see it might be good. So let's check out this trailer real quick and see what we have. Let's pull that up. Let's check out this trailer. So it's almost like a Devil May Cry, but set in feudal Japan.
It's now, now, but the older ones are basically like Resident Evil in feudal Japan.
Those look like great value Yoshimitsu's. This fighting looks excellent.
It does.
Yeah, it definitely has a Devil May Cry look to it. The monsters just coming out of like nowhere.
Mm-hmm.
Looks good.
Oh, that looks great. Still ain't coming out till next year. We don't know when.
Oh, we don't know when it's coming out.
No, they said it was 2026.
Oh yeah, just right there.
Now, when you go back and play the old ones, it plays like Resident Evil.
What do you mean? What?
Like the way it's set up, like when you run, it has that weird camera angle and.
Oh, it got the old stationary.
Yes, and even like the monsters or the way they appear is just like Resident Evil.
Okay.
Yeah,
it was Ninja Gaiden 2. I was thinking of there was like mines under the snow, and you like just beat a boss, and it's like you don't know the mines are there, and you just like blow up, and then it puts you back at the beginning. You got to refight the boss.
I'd be so pissed.
Oh, dude,
I might rage quit the game if it did that to me.
I did plenty of times.
those Ninja Gaiden games was rough for Xbox.
Yes.
Yeah, I got one of them. I think I got Ninja Gaiden Black 1 or 2.
Mm-hmm.
And actually on my computer, because it's free on the Xbox if you have the Game Pass. I think I got Ninja Gaiden 2 or Ninja Gaiden Black 2. I can't remember which one it is, but yeah, I downloaded it because I do want to play it.
I think from State of Play, I'm definitely excited to see or probably try out Tides of Annihilation.
Tides of Annihilation was the top game of State of Play, in my opinion.
Looks great.
Yeah.
That game looked incredible.
Mm-hmm.
As soon as I saw that, I'm like, oh yeah, this looks fun.
I'm gonna say right now it's gonna be a game that I'm gonna be like, I'm buying that day one, and then I'll forget about. But hopefully, hopefully I eventually get it.
Yeah, I'm eventually going to get it. I very rarely, if ever, buy a game day one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
there has to be a reason. Like you're giving me something. Like the new Fatal Fury, I'm buying day one because they said if you pre-order it, you get the whole first season pass included,
and it's only $60. It's not even $70.
Yeah, you don't even pay extra, so you get the whole season pass, all the DLC that's going to be coming out later for free if you pre-order the game. So it makes sense to pre-order the game.
The game you mentioned, did you just mention not Fatal Fury, the one before? I can't think of the name.
Tides of Annihilation.
Yeah, it gave me a Shadow of a Colossus.
Definitely
vibes.
looks like Shadow of a Colossus.
Which was a really good game.
You know what? That was a game that when I first seen it, I was like, I have to play that, and I never did.
Same here.
It was great.
I've heard it was great. It looks fun, but I've literally never played it.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was free one time as one of the free PlayStation games.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was free recently too.
And I think I got it, but I still never played it.
Yeah. So I seen a couple other games I'm interested in. Lost Souls aside. I don't know if did you guys see that one?
That's the one with the curvy sword, right?
Yeah.
The person had a little wavy looking sword.
Yeah.
Yeah, I seen that one. That looked kind of fun too.
Yeah. So
that was kind of fun. Tim, do you remember that one?
No, I don't. Could you actually pop that up, please?
Yeah, I'll pop. Yeah, let's pull that one up. Let's find it real quick and we'll pull it up. In the meantime, something that I don't think will need to be seen, but
Shinobi looked great too, by the way.
Yeah, Shinobi did look. We'll get to that in a second. But the new Sonic Racing game looks fun. I want to play it.
It definitely looks like something I would at least play with my sons, my family, I guess, as a whole. You know, yeah, I agree.
I'll wait. I'll wait till we get done watching this.
Yeah, but yeah, the Sonic game, while this ad runs, the Sonic Racing game looks fun, but we'll see what happens with.
Yeah, I enjoy it. Just a goofy racing game.
Kart racer. It's just good, simple fun.
Yeah.
Let's pull up this.
Our monsters invade our world. Sorry for being always in a storm. And when it seems they might push the invaders, the dream ends. Is this ring just a dream? And only hope lies with you.
Dimensions. Just get.
I'm trying to remember what game this reminds me of.
The way they run looks like Devil May Cry. The way they run.
Yeah, but
The art style looks like a Final Fantasy, though.
Yes, it does.
Sounds like Optimus Prime.
Yeah, it does. Might be Frank Welker.
See, I like stuff like this.
see, I do too, but part of me that is kind of I'm not liking a little bit is all of the cool looking shit that he's doing. All looks like cinematics.
It doesn't look like gameplay to you.
No.
What you mean? Yeah.
Some of the like the wall runs and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
It all looked like cinematics to me, not actually part of the game.
That makes sense. I mean, we would have to, that definitely, it was just a game that caught my attention. It looks like something I would definitely play, but, I don't know what it is. I hate paying $70 for games.
I agree.
So I'd be waiting until stuff go on sale or until it's free or.
As well, like, I know, like, we complain about it, but our parents were paying like $80 for Super Nintendo games back in the day. But those games you got your money's worth for those games back then. They put everything in the game.
Mm-hmm.
There was no DLC.
Right.
If you didn't feel cheated, like now, like they say nobody wants to pay $70 for a game that's not finished.
Right.
See, I'm kind of torn on that because if you think about it, a lot of those games back then were like example, the original Onimusha. It's 3 hours.
Yeah, but the PS2 games were $50 back then.
Yeah.
They came out.
But I'm saying it was 3 hours.
Yeah, 3.5 hours. Yeah.
3.5 hours. Most games right now, if you get a 3.5 hour game, you're rioting.
Yeah, now absolutely.
That's true.
But so you're saying, oh, we're getting a complete game. If someone were to give you a 100% complete game right now, that's 3.5 hours, you're going to flip your lid.
Oh, absolutely.
So
Yeah.
You're holding it to a different standard.
No, not true, because Super Metroid was a very long game.
Super Metroid wasn't that long.
Yeah, it was. It's just the people that do the speed runs make it look like you can beat it in 45 minutes. But
I'm not
Final
talking.
Fantasy VIII came on like 4 different discs.
I don't count speedrun games, but like I'm just saying there were games that were so-called complete games that were $80 or something like that, but they weren't very long. One of the top games back in the day, GoldenEye, to play through all the missions, it didn't take very long.
Well, what level you were playing on, though? That's the thing.
Don't matter. The whole
matter.
It doesn't matter.
Well, GoldenEye was more about the player experience.
Yeah,
But still, it was still not a very long game. Original Mario Kart or any of the Mario Karts, not very long games. Any of the Mario games weren't very long.
Mm-hmm.
Super Mario World was not a very long game.
It was long enough.
It was long enough, but it was.
You want to know what was long? Mario 64. You ever try to collect all the stars?
I did.
Very long
game. I was very upset after I got all I got was that special jump. And I'm like, that's it? You see Yoshi on the roof?
You see Yoshi, yeah.
I'm like, that's it? Okay.
Yeah, that's stupid. But what I'm saying is those games back in the day were really expensive, and you're like, yeah, they were complete, but they weren't as long as the games that we're getting now. or as detailed.
Yeah, but we got a
or
lot
as-
more power now.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, but you're expecting the same amount of completionist, shall we say? The completion
I think it's more the fact that
is
we pay $80 and then you turn around and or I'm sorry, $70, then you turn around and be like, here's a $20 DLC, which really completes the game. And it's like, what the hell did I pay the $70 for?
But most of the time, does it really complete the game, or is it just extra? Very rarely is it, hey, we're going to release this game, and the DLC that's going to come next month is going to be what's needed for you to actually get the full experience.
I don't mean, complete
Most of the
game.
time, it's like, hey, do you want to continue your experience? Here's this DLC. We worked on some extra stuff for you. Here you go. It's not enough for a sequel, but it's enough to get you to continue to play the game. That's
Well,
like,
you mentioned short games. Remember Spider-Man Miles Morales? That one. That could have just been a DLC.
Yeah, that was a $50 game.
yeah, but that's what it was complete.
But it wasn't. It was really, really short.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Like-
It was a complete game,
No.
right?
Yeah.
But it was short, so you're upset, right?
No, it was a great
It
game.
was
I'm
still a
not
great
upset.
game. Yeah, it
I'm
was
just
still a good
using it as
game.
an example.
But you're still
for-
upset that it's short.
Well, yeah, I wanted to play. I haven't even played the second one because it's still $60. Came out like 2 years ago.
Spider-Man 2 is still,
Yeah, it's still $60.
I still haven't played it.
Yeah, neither have I because it's still $60.
Tim let me borrow it, so somewhat.
I did?
Technically, it was Wesley, but
Oh, yeah, That's
you let Wes borrow it,
yeah.
who just happens to live here with me since
Yeah.
it's my son.
Yeah,
But,
yeah, it was kind of
yeah, I
short.
never
Yeah, I
played it.
said it was short to me. So
2 was?
yeah,
Sure, also. Okay.
yeah. Again, when you have more than one protagonist, the game needs to be longer. That's just me. I just felt it was short, a little shorter. Because the first one, I felt it was longer.
Yeah.
You know, maybe some of the time was because of those stupid Mary Jane missions.
Oh God! No,
Speaking.
speaking.
Oh, it's not good. You go.
Let's go off on that tangent. If you're going to have a game centered around a character, in this example, Spider-Man, I bought the game to be Spider-Man. I don't want to be Mary Jane. Don't do that. Stop that.
No, I agree.
It doesn't add variety. It doesn't add any type. No, it's boring. It was boring when it was Mary Jane. It was boring in the
When you were Miles.
when you were Miles. It's boring. Stop it.
no,
We want to be Spider-Man.
I enjoy being
I-
Miles.
yeah,
You're talking about in the first Spider-Man game?
Oh, okay. Now I thought you meant the Miles Morales game.
No,
I'm
not
like,
the Miles
no.
Morales game. The first Spider-Man where you're Miles and you had to like
Yeah, no, okay. Yeah.
sneak through and use his
That was
tech to.
terrible.
Yeah.
No, it was boring.
That was terrible.
I play Spider-Man to be Spider-Man.
But you mentioned a game having more than one main character, and you said it should be longer.
Yeah.
Just going off of that, did y'all watch Split Fiction at State of Play?
Split Fiction. That's the one where the two girls are
Yeah.
going through different stories.
Couch co-op?
Yes, I told my wife we're playing that.
Yes. Right away, I was like, Jazz, we're playing this. I love a good couch co-op, and I feel like they don't do it enough.
They don't.
Right.
They really
You
don't.
know what I mean?
They
I
need
feel
to
like
bring that back
You've
more.
taken that away from us. And it was like, oh, well, you each buy the game and play on different systems. I don't want to do that. I want to play
No, I want to play
right here on this TV, split
with
the
my
screen in
wife.
half or whatever.
sit together, have a good old time.
Yeah.
But yeah, that game definitely looked pretty interesting. I told my wife that we were going to play it. Tim, you mentioned the Shinobi.
Yes.
They only showed the older looking one because I think they're making another one that's going to be more like a 3D style play.
Yeah.
Or no, I might be
No, I
might
thought
be
they
thinking
showed- I
of
thought
Ninja
they
Gaiden.
No, that's Ninja Gaiden.
That's
is
Ninja
too,
Gaiden
yes.
that they were doing. It's my mistake. No, but this Shinobi does look good. The new Shinobi that
Yes.
they're coming out with. Speaking of which, Shinobi had an incredible soundtrack.
Yes.
The original one.
By Yuzo Koshiro. Absolutely.
See, now you're saying too much.
Who knows that?
That's what I'm talking about. No, him,
That's
Darren, they
Hey.
all be knowing video game music. And I'm sitting
I
there
respect
like,
the hell out
dog.
of it. Tell me throwing out names. I'm like, I don't even know who that is.
Yuzo Koshiro, he did the Shinobi soundtrack, the Streets of Rage soundtracks, and Koji Kondo did all the Zelda and all the Marios. They are the two best Japanese composers of video game music.
See, that's what I'm talking about. They be getting on me because Tim be like pop quizzing Darren on, oh, what song is this from what video game? And Darren will be like, oh, that's such and such from Tekken 3. And I'm sitting there like, what? And then we're like, how do you not know that? I'm like, how do you
know that? Yeah.
Like, I don't listen to music like that, especially not video game music. I'll be like, oh, that sounds nice. And that's it.
I'm not gonna say I don't listen to video game music. I do, but I don't know it like that. Like
that's what I'm saying.
All I know is that
it sounded good.
The drowning music in Sonic still gives me anxiety.
Oh, that's terrible. that haunts my nightmares.
Great soundtrack, by the way. But anyways,
that haunts my nightmares. But they be sitting there like, oh yeah, this is from level 3 of this game, and I'm like, dog, how do you expect me to remember this stuff?
That's impressive.
It really is. But they be sitting there getting on me like, Malik, how do you not know that?
and then he gets upset. But he knew Mike Tyson's Punch Out music though.
Well, it's one song.
I couldn't tell you who did the music in any game.
Actually,
ever.
There's 2 songs: the running music and then the music during the match. That's it. It's not like I'm like, hey, that's the music from when you fight against Piston Honda. I don't know that.
I know Piston Honda's music when he comes down.
See, I know the match music. You
got it as a top 10 game
That's
for
simple.
your thing, and you can't even get Piston Honda or what's his name, King Hippo. You know King Hippo's music? That's one of the easiest ones.
No.
Oh my God.
I'm not a video game music guy.
I know, but still, top 10 games you know.
This is the grief they give me. I say I'm not a video game music guy, and they say I get that, and then we'll turn around and say, Malik, how do you not know that?
You know what this just made me think of? A few years ago, Tim said on Facebook he thought he should go back to school for music.
I had a dream.
Yeah,
that I went to
now
Tennessee.
I feel like you should.
Yeah. For music engineering or something. Yeah, I had a dream. I was like, huh? And then of course Malik started sending me all these links for Full Sail and all this. Like, here you go, right here. I was like, bro, it's just a dream. I don't.
Hey,
I graduated from there.
There's nothing wrong with it. Yeah.
If you want to do something,
and my wife
I support my friends.
What's wrong with that? I graduated from Triangle Tech.
Hey, me and Malik said years ago, we was like, hey, we want to create a video game.
Right.
And hey, we took all the steps to do it.
We just got to get to work on it.
We're going to get there.
In due time. In due time. Absolutely.
Yeah. Did you see Snake Eater?
Yes, I did see that.
Snake Eater looked good.
Didn't see the end in the trailer.
It was a good game to begin with.
I'm not a huge Metal Gear Solid guy, so I never played Snake Eater. Like, of course I played Metal Gear Solid.
Mm-hmm.
That was freaking, Psycho Mantis to this day is one of the most creative boss fights ever.
Yeah.
But the game itself was kind of meh to me because just sneaking around in a box just didn't hold my attention for very long.
You must have never played Splinter Cell.
I played Splinter Cell too.
I hated the Splinter Cell games.
That could only hold my attention for a little bit too because it was very slow paced. There's several games that's like that. Splinter Cell, you know what game?
Siphon Filter like that, wasn't Siphon?
Yes, Siphon Filter was like that. But do you know what game that really upset me with how it was set up? Hitman.
You know what?
Hitman bothered me because, you have this mission, you got to kill this guy. And they give you all these nice, neat little tools and guns to use, but if you use them, you get penalized. Motherfucker, why you give it to me then?
So, I've never really played a Hitman game, but I kept seeing the previews for one on my PlayStation. So I was like, I went to go look at it, and I was like, man, I might just get this game a try. It looks fun. Like, they were showing like all the different ways to kill and stuff like that. And I was like, man, I want to try this out. But then when I went, it was like $50, and I was like, no. I don't know if I'll like it.
I think I have one of them, but I'm 99% sure I have one.
This was like the newest one, though. I guess like they showed like all the like this dude was literally like talking on his phone with like the doctor or something.
Yeah,
he's like, oh yeah, I'm not gonna die. Good, and then he just like shoots you through the window, and I was like, that's funny.
There was one. There was a TikTok I saw or something like that, a reel or something where they were showing that clip, and he's like, "Oh, thank you, Doc. I dodged a bullet." Then the guy, then the hitman just reaches in the window and yanks him out, and throws him off a cliff.
So I was like, that made me want to try it. I was
like, yeah, you could do stuff like that, but part of me is like, yeah, sometimes I want to sneak up and be stealthy and set up the chandelier to fall on somebody. But sometimes I just want to take a shot from a sniper rifle from across the way.
Mm-hmm.
Don't penalize me for that. Did I get the job done? Yes or no?
Which should be the only thing that matters.
Yeah, I get the job done. Did anybody see me? That should be the only thing that matters. The fact that I used a rifle instead of slipping him some poison shouldn't penalize me.
Right. Did anyone see this Darwin's Paradox? The octopus game?
No.
Yeah, that looked really weird. That's reminded me of that High on Life game.
Yeah.
It's really weird.
Yeah. Which that was free, and I was like, oh man, I was like, that's the game I wanted to play, and then I like looked at it and I was like, no, I really don't. But it at first when it came up, I was like, oh great, a new version of Echo the Dolphin.
Man, go ahead with that.
That game is terrible.
Terrible. It is terrible. Did they ever tell you why they made that game difficult? You ever hear
Probably
about
the
that?
same reason most games were made difficult back in the day.
Well, I guess the guy that created the game, he said that he didn't want it because back then, you could rent games back then.
Yeah.
He didn't want people to rent the game and beat it in the weekend, over the weekend.
Yeah.
He wanted it to be hard. That's why people didn't know what the hell they were doing in that game.
That was the reason why a lot of games were hard. That's why Aladdin and Lion King were so hard.
Don't remind me of those games.
Aladdin and Lion King were purposely made that hard to make people re-rent them.
I was like 5. There's no reason I should have been crying trying to beat some of those levels.
Hey, once I found out about the passcode to go right to the last stage to fight Simba, I was good.
That's cheating.
I don't care. I still remember the passcode. It was Barry on
That's
Super
funny.
Nintendo.
That's
BARRY.
That is cheating.
Yes, it is. You can pick all the lives, and then you can go right to the last stage. Because that game was very. I couldn't get past Hakuna Matata stage.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
On them logs.
Mm-hmm.
And then that ugly monkey that kept backhanding you, try to get near him. I'm like, all right, man, I had enough. And it was hard getting near.
Man, I was a kid and I couldn't. It was the Just Can't Wait to Be King.
Yeah.
That I'm like, dude, you want me to figure out this puzzle of how to hit the certain, you know what I mean? The monkeys scared them a certain way, and man, that was.
And then riding on the ostrich, and then you got to double jump. I'm like,
yeah, those games were unnecessarily hard.
Yeah.
I happened to come across a TikTok streamer playing that game, and she died, and it just took her back to the start. And she was like, "What? There's no save state? Like, no, sweetie. Those didn't exist back in the day.
Welcome to our world.
You had to play it straight through. If it was time for bed, you either had to turn it off and start over. Luckily, some games had codes where you can get back to a certain level if you were lucky. But if you weren't, you had to either start over or leave that sumbitch on and hope that it didn't conk out on you in the middle of the night. That was your only options.
Okay, so that game that you got on the screen right now, this
Dreams of Another.
Yes.
This was one of the weirdest looking games.
Okay, so for me, I was like, why would I want to play that game? I'm just seeing it's a VR game.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, it says it's going to be on PS VR 2.
Yeah, but it's also on PS5.
Right. I mean, of course, you're going to make it for both. But what I'm saying is that it would make a lot more sense in VR than it would just sitting in my room playing that game.
Yeah, that game did not. I'm looking at it like this game looks stupid.
I didn't think it looked stupid. I thought it looked alright. It was just weird. Like I was like, why would I want to? In VR, I could see myself doing it, but like I can't see myself downloading that on my PS5 just to play.
Yeah, it was weird to me. I gotta shoot stuff to see things like that. No, that's that.
Yeah, you're using
that came across as me of someone trying to be creative in a stupid way.
Yeah, you're using a gun.
No disrespect to the creator because they could do stuff I can't, but
yeah, you're using a gun to create the world.
Yeah,
basically.
Yeah, that's just weird.
I mean, that game, the Directive
80-20.
It reminds me of
Bioshock or something?
No. The one with Norman Reedus.
Death Stranding.
Death Stranding.
Yeah, this. If you don't know who Supermassive Games is, they have a series of like horror based games.
Yeah.
My daughter likes this screams my daughter. Because they made what was the other ones? They were similar to the what was that? What was that game that had like Hayden Panettiere in it? It was like
I know who the actress is, but I can't think of the game.
Until Dawn. It was similar to Until Dawn. So they're kind of like create your own story type horror games where you kind of have control over who lives and who dies in the games. They came out with a couple of them. I think this is third or fourth one, but my daughter really liked them.
Okay. I'm not a big horror game fan.
I'm not a huge one. My wife and my daughter are. I keep trying to tell my wife she needs to start streaming because she has a niche.
Yeah.
Like my game span is a little too wide for most people because I just play whatever I feel like playing at the time.
Right.
Yeah.
She has a niche. I play horror games and Fortnite. Like that's literally what she plays. She plays horror games and Fortnite. So she can have, her fans would know we're going to see a horror game 9 times out of 10.
Mm-hmm. That's why I keep
I'm
thinking
like,
Jazz should do it too, because I'm like, you just get on Marvel Rivals now.
yeah.
And it was Overwatch before, but it's like you just get on it and you play. Like people know what they're going to see when they watch you.
Right.
Exactly.
She went 35-0 with Scarlet Witch yesterday.
Yeah,
I was like 35 kills and 0 deaths.
I'm sure the other team was not happy about that.
No.
She's probably one of the most hated characters in that game. Just because it doesn't take skill to use Scarlet Witch because she's like the Moira pretty much.
Who Jazz goes crazy with Moira too.
So, yeah.
But yeah,
Shit, I don't care if it takes skill or not. You killing and you not dying, that's impressive.
that's impressive.
You can switch off.
Yes.
You can
Yeah.
switch off and go hit scan or something, but people don't want to switch off. That was the problem with Overwatch. They didn't want to switch off. They complain.
Yeah. All right, let's talk about it because we know it. That's going to be the big thing we talk about when it comes to state of play.
What?
WWE 2K25.
It's not the big thing, but I am going to play it.
For us,
I'm going to play it.
I'm not.
It looks fun.
Yeah, I'm out.
You don't like the city?
No. It's a horrible idea. It's terrible in 2K. It's the reason 2K is horrible.
It's not terrible in 2K.
Yes, it is.
It's
awful.
I don't do it in 2K. Like when I played 2K, I literally would do the training to get better and then go to play a game. That's literally all and go to practice. That's all I did.
So when's the last time you played 2K?
Oh, it's been a while.
Exactly.
But
So they've made it so that you have to do stuff in the city. And it's so annoying. It's terrible. Like there's you talking about you would like go to the gym and lift the weights and stuff.
Yeah.
I didn't even do that.
Now there's you have to do that in 2K for your player to get their boost or whatever. Then you have to go to like the little shoot to go shoot with the dude all the time so that your player can become a better shooter and you can get all the badges. And then there's missions where like you have to play in the park or you have to do like, bro, I don't want to deal with people. I don't want to do this. This is why the last time 2K was good was 2016. And I'm like, this is why it's been awful. And then they stopped like focusing on making the game better and just making the city more vast. And I think that's what they're going to do with WWE. I think they're going to be like, all right, gameplay's fine, even though it's not. And they're going to be like, let's just focus on making the city bigger. And it's going to be a cash grab.
Did you play 2K24? WWE. Not NBA. WWE.
So I downloaded it. I spent like an hour creating my character's look and then deleted the game.
Why?
Because I didn't feel like finishing creating character. And I don't understand WWE 2K. How do the graphics keep getting worse?
See, I heard 24 was fine. 23, I heard was a freaking dumpster fire.
Yeah, so I did play 23. My sons liked it. And I think I should have let them play 24 a little bit more, but they got VRs. They can leave me alone to play my PlayStation. But yeah, so it's like I downloaded it, started to create the characters, and then Sai's like, I want to create my character, and then Dos has to create his character, and then it takes so long. The move set is so much. Like, I don't want to spend 5 hours creating my character.
Then don't spend 5 hours creating your character.
If you want to create a character, you're gonna have to.
No. But I think I'm gonna play 2K25 because I want to see what the hub thing they have going on there is like.
Yeah, I'm out on that.
It might be trash.
I'm not saying it's gonna ruin it this year, but within the next couple years, the game is gonna be just awful because they're just gonna focus on that, the same as they did with 2K, and everyone's like if you even tweet about 2K, and you're just like, there's a lot of people that's just like, stop doing this. Like, we don't want to do this anymore. Like, yeah, there are people who all they do is play in this city, so that's who they're catering to.
Almost every time I go upstairs, Jameer's playing in the park with his friends.
I got kicked out of the park the one time because I said some very bad things,
and I'm the toxic one.
Yeah. And first of all, we were playing on the trampolines. Why are you shooting threes? There's no goaltending. All they're going to do is jump on the trampoline and grab the three. I'm like, bro, just go dunk on them. And the dudes was pissing me off. I'm like, this is why I don't like playing with people.
Throw them out of the park.
Real quick, just want to touch on this because it touches in several other areas that we like to talk about. The Like a Dragon Pirate Yakuza in Hawaii game.
So
I like the Yakuza games.
Did you play Like a Dragon, though?
No.
I didn't like it.
I didn't play Like a Dragon. I just played Yakuza Kiwami. 1 and 2, I think it was. But my whole thing is Samoa Joe's in this one.
Oh, that's cool. So I did play Like a Dragon for a little bit. Maybe I got to give it a little bit more of a chance, but I wanted to play it for a while. I kept seeing it, and I was like, finally, I downloaded it. I played maybe an hour, and I was like, all right, I'm done here. I didn't like the way I was fighting. I just didn't. It didn't grab me.
Yeah, I didn't play Like a Dragon, so I don't know what the combat's like on there. But Yakuza Kiwami was fun. It was cool. It was a little bit of kind of an overtopped action. It was fine. Wasn't nothing outstanding, but nothing bad. I wouldn't sit there and be like, oh, you have to play it. But it was cool.
I only played the first one back on PS2.
Oh, the old Yakuza.
Yeah, I played one of the old.
I liked it though. I liked it a lot.
Which is why I wanted to play Like a Dragon. I played some of the old ones, but
everyone said that's how Shenmue should have been, like Yakuza.
Can I understand that?
Yeah,
that's still not top 10.
Anything
in my world it is, but we know it's.
Anything else on State of Play?
No, like I said, it was Onimusha. The game looked like Shadow of Colossus. I keep forgetting the name of it.
Tides of Annihilation.
Shinobi looked great.
I have zero interest in Borderlands 4.
You know what? Every time I see the Borderlands, I'm like, man, that looks fun, and then I never play them.
I played them. I got bored almost instantly.
You never played any Borderlands?
I thought you know what? No, I played like 30 minutes of one of them, and something happened, and I never went back and kept playing it.
I never played. I jumped in and played 3. I went in it blind, and that was in 2019. That was the year I decided to go just expand and just try. That's when I played Sekiro, and everyone knows how that ended for me. So, and then I tried Borderlands. Everyone's like, you need to play 1 and 2 first. I'm like, no, look, I'm just gonna give it a shot. And it wasn't bad, but I got bored with it really quick.
Yeah,
I felt like I know what I was doing. I was just like, obviously because I never played in the past ones, but I just got bored with it after a month or two, and I was like, okay, I'm done with this game. It wasn't bad. I would get 4, but I wouldn't get it at $70. If it goes on sale for $40, maybe.
Right.
But yeah, I'm not running out to buy this day one.
I can't say it's not something I would, they, like I said, they always look good to me. It's just I never actually, sit down and gave them much of a chance.
Right. Any interest in Monster Hunter coming out?
Yeah,
Quentin does.
Yes,
I
it
know
is
remember
right.
I said
Yeah, that is right,
I'm
yeah.
interested in playing it because I enjoyed the games for what they were. It's just like once I got to like the harder monsters and they start running away, it was pissing me off.
Right.
But like I said, then I had a friend on Facebook that was like, "Hey, dude, you're supposed to set a trap and supposed to do this, this, and that." But by then I had already quit the game, so I'm like, "Oh, okay," So I know for next time, and so yeah, I think
Yeah, our friend White, he's really like pumped for it. He keeps trying to get us to play, and I'm like, no, I'm good.
I played the last one.
Yeah, I played the last one. It was cool, but it's
who are they catering to, or who's the target audience for Five Nights at Freddy's?
I don't know.
Because it's a horror
I never
game.
got into that game at all, so I honestly cannot answer. I don't know.
So it's a horror game, but it's like Five Nights at Freddy. I feel like only kids watch, even though like it's a horror thing. Like Dose knows about it,
right,
but he's 7. I'm not gonna buy him a horror game to play.
right.
But like I've never heard any like adults talk about it.
Yeah, I don't know. I honestly do not know. I know close to nothing about it, so I'm not even gonna
I don't know.
comment. Because I honestly don't know.
Maybe we just don't run in those circles that would
maybe
know anything about it. I guess so. Overall, I thought State of Play was pretty good.
Yeah. I thought State of Play was a really good showing. Still makes me long for E3, but
yeah, absolutely.
Hey, never say never. It may come back one.
Because I remember back in the day, right before it started to hit its decline, we would sit there and hold debates like, who you think won E3?
Well, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Like who won?
That was always the thing.
That was always the
E3
thing. Who won E3?
Yeah.
When the big fanboys would come out, that was the big console war days. But remember when what was it when Matt said Bethesda won E3 when he saw it Fallout, the bad Fallout that came out?
76.
He's like, oh, Bethesda won this easily. And I'm like, okay. And then it was really bad.
And Tim hates Bethesda.
Oh, we got that right.
I don't know why. But I seen a post and it was a picture and it was like the 4 nations used to get along. And it was
Xbox,
GameCube, Dreamcast, and PlayStation. Yeah. And somebody in the comments was like, What's Dreamcast? And I'm like, oh.
Yeah, feeling old.
You uncultured swine.
Yeah.
What bothers me is I've been watching this YouTube channel who did a complete retrospective on the whole series of Street Fighter, going through the development, the story, all of it. And he was touching on Street Fighter 3. And he was like, oh, well, the only console that could handle this game was the Dreamcast because the system that they made the Street Fighter 3 on was too advanced for the PlayStation 2 or the PlayStation at the time.
It was PS1 still.
PS1 still. Like, so it was too advanced for that. It couldn't port it to that. The only system it could port to was the Dreamcast. And he was like, the Dreamcast was terrible. I'm like, hey, don't be disrespecting my Dreamcast.
Absolutely.
Man. I thought the Dreamcast was great.
Dreamcast was great. He was like, the only thing you could find about it is video essays on how it failed. Like, you gonna stop bad talking the Dreamcast.
Oh, absolutely.
Nintendo failed Dreamcast.
They did.
Not Dreamcast didn't fail. They failed it.
What do you mean?
I don't know. It sounded good.
No, wait, I'm sorry. No, I think they said at some point in the 90s, Nintendo was supposed to have disc, apparently.
Yeah, PlayStation.
Was it okay?
It was going to be the PlayStation.
Okay.
But they they came to some sort of disagreement.
Ah, gotcha.
And then Sony split off on its own and made the PlayStation.
Ah, okay.
Wow. I'm glad they did.
Me too.
Yeah.
But I still, to this day, I want to see with these Sega games that's going to be dropping soon with the new Jet Set, the new Crazy Taxi, and all of them. I'm hoping that they do so much business that they're like, you know what?
Dreamcast 2?
Let's give it another run.
Yeah, I said Nintendo. I meant Sega. Sorry.
Yeah, Dreamcast 2?
Dreamcast 2. I've been wanting a Dreamcast 2 for decades.
I'll buy it.
I will 100% buy it. And the only reason it failed is because they didn't have enough third-party developers.
Exactly. And also didn't help that people were burning the games.
That didn't help
That didn't
either.
help neither.
But
Because I'm one of them. But.
Guilty.
guilty. But
Yeah.
especially these days, you know,
Yeah.
Third Strike costs you a couple $100.
Yeah. Yeah, I had Geese burn all mines for me for $12.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of them games are worth a lot of money now from Dreamcast. Like Sonic Adventure 2, we saw, I just saw Beaver Falls. He wanted $150. And I was like,
I still have that.
yeah.
I don't have it in the case though. But I still have the game.
Without the case, they'll still give you like $90 for it.
Yeah.
All right.
Mhm.
It might be scratched up though. We'll see.
That'll reduce it to 80.
Yeah.
They'll resurface
But I
it.
definitely still have that. So
Anything else on State of Play?
no, I'm good.
Y'all want to talk
So-
about Cobra Kai?
You want to do Cobra Kai or do the movies last?
Yeah, we do
Yeah,
movies last.
do
We
movies
saw
last.
Cobra
Let's talk
Kai.
about Cobra Kai. All right. Cobra Kai finally wrapped up. Was it 5 episodes? 5 or 6?
It was 5.
5? Yeah,
Mhm.
I'm gonna say I couldn't remember. I binged it the day it came out.
Same.
I was at work, so I was like, perfect. I thought it wrapped up nicely.
Yeah, it was a nice redemption for Johnny.
Yeah,
It was a nice redemption for
I was
Johnny.
I was kind of happy about that. I think even Kreese having that moment with him in
Yeah.
the parking lot where he's like, it all happened right here, and I'm sorry. He was like, that was my biggest regret. I was like, all right. I was like, I like even the way he went out on the boat. It looked terrible.
Yeah,
The
absolutely
CGI
sure
looked
did. It was
absolutely
horrible.
awful. But I was like, it was so badass the way he went out. I was like, I
Yeah.
don't even care. So
He had to go anyway because I was getting sick of him. Kreese.
yeah.
I was like, dude, just die.
Yeah.
Please.
But you know what? I actually love the way they wrapped up the tournament with even because we all wanted Miguel in that final fight.
I didn't.
You didn't.
I wanted Robbie.
No, I hate Robbie's.
Well, I felt like Robbie needed it more than Miguel because Miguel already won the
But
Valley.
they gave Robbie what he needed in the end.
Yeah, true.
So I was like, Robbie still, in the end, he made out. You know,
he
him
did,
and,
yeah. Tori.
Tori, you ever watch All American?
No.
Okay, so there's this terrible actor on All American. Her name is Coop, where she makes the same face in every scene. Tori has become that person.
Oh.
She makes the same melancholy, sulky face in
Yeah.
every single scene. And I've seen a preview of her in the new movie, and I'm like, she's still making the same face. Like,
You
so, but the way she went out was dope. And you know that girl that she fought is like
A real martial artist.
Yeah, she's a real beast. Like,
yeah, Zara Malik. That was her name on the show.
Yeah.
But yeah, Darren told me that she was an actual martial artist.
yeah, like she's like a 15-time world champion
wow.
or something like that. I was like, dang. I was like, oh, she really the truth.
Yeah. So overall, when the show first came out, I didn't even watch it because I think it was on YouTube TV or something.
Mhm,
So I was like, well, I ain't paying for that.
Yep.
Then when they moved it to Netflix, that first season just got me easily because it was all the nostalgia kicked in.
Right.
The first 2 seasons was dope, and then season 3 comes along. It started getting a little ridiculous. Everyone was fighting everywhere in the house. I'm like, guys, come on, let's keep it to the mat. You
know what? I said to Jazz, what is funny about the show is I was like, all the kids doing karate became like the cool kids in the school.
Yeah.
I was like, in real high school, you'd be like, those are the lamest kids.
Absolutely.
Like, they're so lame. They're out here wearing their gis to
Yeah.
school. Like how nerdy are you? Like, you know what I
Right.
mean? I was like, but I think to me, the ending brought back all the nostalgia from watching the movies as a kid. Like,
Absolutely.
like I really enjoyed them bringing, like, Johnny taking over Cobra Kai and Cobra
Right.
coming out in the Cobra Kai gear. I was like,
And
yeah.
every villain Daniel fought got a redemption.
yeah,
Because, like, I like how I saw a picture online where in the 1984 version, obviously the first one, where when Johnny gives him the trophy.
mhm,
And then they showed Daniel giving Johnny a trophy 40 years later.
yeah.
So that was really cool. And then Chosen, way to redeem himself. Just, he was like, he carried like 2 of the seasons.
Yeah.
And even Mike Barnes, he was just a furniture guy.
I'll say the ending of the first half of this last season, the very end where dude dies, I was like, okay, this is ridiculous in this
Yeah,
show.
yep.
In this show, but then the next one, I was like, okay, this is better.
Right.
But he died, and the rest of the season, they just act like it didn't matter.
Yeah.
Like, yo, a kid just died. They're like,
Yeah.
all right, move on.
And I wish Louis Tan was on for another season. That was the guy that ran the Iron Dragons.
Yeah.
I think he was a lot better here than he was in Mortal Kombat.
That's not saying much.
Because he was that terrible character. That
it was terrible.
Knew. Yeah.
And I know he's a martial artist too. And
well, they're making it too for that Mortal Kombat. So
yeah, they just wrapped up.
I watched it. I mean, it's still better than Annihilation. So
the first movie wasn't.
I thought the first movie was decent. I thought it was decent.
I just felt
think he was a terrible character.
He was not needed for one.
Mm-hmm.
And they should have just told us ahead of time that it wasn't the tournament.
Right.
That's what pissed a lot of people off.
Yeah,
Is how do you have Mortal Kombat and not have the tournament? Yeah. If they told you beforehand, this is not the tournament. The tournament's coming in the second.
Right.
Kano carried the first movie.
Yeah, Kano did.
Yes, he did.
Yes, he did.
He was so hilarious.
Yeah.
But I overall for Cobra Kai though, I enjoyed the series overall though.
I did too. Seeing LaRusso in the Cobra Kai gear for some reason was so dope to me.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but when he came out, I was like, that's so dope.
That just feels wrong to me.
You know,
but you got to see how it happened. Like,
right.
This was such a great build up to to where it all made sense in the end. Like you're like nothing. They didn't leave it too much open. They were like, you know what I mean? Like the way everything happened with Johnny. You know, him and Johnny like button heads and realizing they need each other.
Yeah.
And then it coming down to this and LaRusso, little LaRusso, like, I don't really want to fight. First of all, how you gonna talk Tori into fighting and be like, you can't quit, and then you quit?
Yeah. I couldn't stand the LaRusso kids.
No, I couldn't either.
The son was the worst.
Oh, the son was other than Dimitri, he was absolutely
Dimitri's the GOAT.
Dimitri's the
GOAT.
Worst.
He should have won.
Character.
Should have won the whole thing.
The last 5 episodes were so good because it was minimum Dimitri. It was minimum Dimitri.
I know you was mad when he bumped into Hawk and they fell off the
Oh, he pissed me off because he didn't do nothing the entire tournament. And I was like, you took the tournament from the one dude because you cheated him and put laxatives in his stuff.
No, that was Devin.
What's her name?
Devin.
Cheated him, but you know what I mean? But then I was like, you got it by, luck. And then you're terrible the entire tournament. He didn't score a single point. He didn't do anything to help anyone. I'm like, why is he here? Go to MIT and leave them alone.
He's going to Cal. Wait, he's going to Cal Tech or
no? That's Hawk is going there.
He's going there too.
I thought Dimitri was still going to MIT, and they said they'll come and visit each other.
No, I thought he left with him. I can't remember now. Shit.
They said that they would come visit each other.
Okay.
During or something like that.
But overall, though, like I said, I really enjoyed it though for sure. It was. I'm glad to end it because it needed to end because it was getting a little ridiculous.
It was definitely getting ridiculous. That's what I said when the dude died.
Quan,
I'm like,
his name was Quan. Yeah.
Yeah.
But did you like the dude that in Iron Dragons, the one that Miguel fought?
So he remind me of like Drago for some reason.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is, like just big and just like unstoppable.
Right.
But when he finally stood up to his coach, I was happy.
Yeah.
I was like, because he was like a little off-putting like the whole time. Like it was a little weird and he looked like he was indestructible.
Yeah.
And I was like, dude, and then when he started fighting back, I was like, Miguel don't have a chance.
Right.
I was like, Miguel doesn't have a chance. But it was I kind of liked him. And
yeah, it was cool, yeah.
Yeah. The old man was getting on my nerves, and I was like, someone please kill him.
Who, Kreese's master?
Yeah. He was getting on my nerves.
That's the one thing too. If you remember the very first Karate Kid when Miyagi said there's no bad student, bad teacher.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, because Kreese had a bad teacher.
Yeah, but he was just psycho. Like,
yeah, he was
you
yeah.
You got the students just beating each other. I'm like,
yeah,
bro, come on.
He was
like,
wild.
So,
and even like Louis Tan, he was a bad teacher. I liked this character,
also,
but he was a bad teacher.
You mentioned the dude that Robbie fought. How is he not? I didn't understand like the rules on how he wasn't didn't have to forfeit after what he did to Robbie.
Yeah, with the dragon screw
yeah
thing. Yeah,
I was like, if that's an illegal move, and he broke his ankle or whatever,
Leg, or
knee
yeah.
or whatever it was. I'm like, you should have to forfeit the match. And you should
Absolutely.
win. So, but you know, they allowed for a great comeback for Cobra Kai.
Absolutely.
Cobra Kai went out on top. I love the ending of Johnny having his own place again.
Yeah.
And taking the little kid's glasses and was like, get some, what do you say? Get some contacts.
Get some contact. Yep.
Yeah.
And
He's like, don't ever wear these in here again.
And they brought Stingray back.
Yeah.
I like Stingray.
First of all, Stingray should not be allowed around kids.
I agree.
So.
Unless you're in a fight, because he got your back in a fight, though, if you would.
He was fighting kids and he was an adult.
School. Yeah.
But yeah, I thought it wrapped up nicely.
I did too. I was cool with it for sure.
Yeah.
No argument here on that one.
Well, it was definitely not like Game of Thrones, which was terrible in the end.
I actually didn't mind the ending like the rest of the people. It wasn't the best ending, but it could have ended better.
What, Game of Thrones?
Absolutely.
That whole last season was awful.
No.
It was terrible.
It wasn't the best. But
all they did, it was like you gave AI a chance to write the entire final season without it ever actually having to sit down and like watch the show, just kind of knowing about the characters. Like they ruined every single character at the end.
My problem was the 2-year buildup because remember that we waited a whole extra year.
Yeah,
and then we never got to see Jon fight the Night King.
You never got to see that. You ruined Daenerys.
Yeah,
I didn't mind Arya killing the Night King, but it was just like anticlimactic as hell.
Yeah,
it's like, oh, this dude is the big bad. Oh, he's dead, and it's like, cool.
I think if the thing was for that was, I think if Cersei had a better death, I think that would have softened a big blow.
Cersei shouldn't have died.
Oh, she had to go.
No,
her death was terrible. If she would have got burned by the dragon,
the final season was awful.
I've seen worse.
Terrible. I haven't.
How I Met Your Mother was worse.
Never watched that show.
Yeah, exactly. You want to talk about a bad last season?
No.
I'd rather watch Game of Thrones than that.
Yeah.
But
have you rewatched Game of Thrones since?
No.
Game of Thrones was like the talk of the world, and like now nobody has rewatched it because that's how bad the last season.
I just watched Battle of the Bastards because that's the best. That's the best episode of the whole series. Because it was a great fight, and your favorite character gets the best
once
death.
you killed off Ramsay, the show went.
Nah, it's all about we got Brandon Broken.
Brandon. Oh my God! Don't you know what? Broken. I try to pretend that didn't happen.
Well, it brought it back.
No, just
Brandon Broken.
That last season was so bad. He had a whole conversation about he cannot be king because he has no earthly attachment or whatever the crap was, and then in the end he's like, okay, cool. And it's like, bro, you just said you can't do this.
Right.
That last season was terrible, but Cobra Kai was not. So
yeah, it was nice. Malik hasn't talked because Malik has not watched Cobra Kai. He has no interest in not watching, which I don't understand. But
that is surprising that I have no interest in watching it with my love of martial arts.
And you watched The Karate Kid, right?
Of course I did.
Why don't you want to watch Cobra Kai?
It just doesn't draw my attention.
It's
like
great,
I've seen
though.
stuff for it, and I'm like, it just doesn't seem like something I want to watch.
Now that it's over, too, I know you don't care what other people think, though, but you should just give it a watch. Just at least watch like the first season. It's only 10 episodes.
It's great. It's definitely worth it. But
yeah, I guarantee you won't put it down because you're like, all right, I'm done after this episode, and it ends on a cliffhanger. Like, I've got to wait for it and watch another one.
Yep. So
yeah, probably won't do that, but I'll take your word for it that it's good.
Cringe.
Feels good. Yeah, great. Exactly.
Anyway, well, that's all I got for Cobra Kai.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Malik should watch it.
Yeah.
It'll probably never happen.
Yeah, well,
Just like Game of Thrones.
Like I get you.
You're just doing yourself a disservice.
I agree. You should at least watch Cobra Kai. It's only 60 episodes. Well, same with Game of Thrones, but you'll follow you'll follow Cobra Kai better than Game of Thrones for sure if you did it. Like
I haven't watched any
I know
television series straight through. Who knows?
You should watch Breaking Bad. I really think you would like Breaking Bad
Dude,
a
you're
lot.
missing all the greatest shows
Because you like that science and stuff like that. Like I think you really would like Breaking Bad.
I don't know.
Well,
we gotta ask the audience like what show should he watch? Cobra Kai or Breaking Bad?
Breaking Bad's gonna overwhelmingly win. It should. Breaking Bad was like almost a perfect show.
Yeah.
There's so many like literally
They're minerals, Marie.
I think the last show that I watched was where I watched the entire season was one of the Marvel series. I can't remember what the order in which they came out. Baby She-Hulk was the last one. But long running series.
What, Big Bang Theory?
Terrible.
That might have been the last long running series. No.
Terrible.
No, probably
That's not terrible.
Daredevil. Because I think Daredevil was after Big Bang Theory, if my memory is correct.
Big Bang Theory ended in 2019.
Did it?
Mm-hmm.
Huh. When did Daredevil end? After the third season?
I'd rather watch Paint Dry than watch Big Bang Theory.
Big Bang Theory is
Awful.
amusing.
Absolutely awful.
It's not
It was a
awesome.
good show.
It's
Terrible
amusing.
show.
It's amusing.
Anyway. All right, let's get into the top 10 80 movies.
Yay!
Another hard list to whittle down.
Yeah, you got that right.
Because I think my initial list had around 30 movies.
Same.
Getting it down to 10 plus some honorable mentions was not easy.
Yeah.
No.
How do you want to go? You want to each give our honorable mentions and then we'll all go into our top 10?
Yeah,
let's give our
but you can
honorable
go
mentions
first, though, since we just talked for 15, 20 minutes.
Okay, cool. I'll start with my honorable mentions. My honorable mentions, some of y'all might be surprised that some of these are honorable mentions. Especially this first one, I think some people might think, well, first honorable mention is Terminator.
That's understandable. Yeah.
It's understandable.
I have it as
I like
higher
t-
because
I like
was
two
young
better.
and I loved it.
See, I like Terminator, but the quintessential ones too,
I liked, yes.
which came out in 91, so
that's
that
when he-
just barely missed the cut.
Especially when he did a flip off the truck and he did that corny ass roll. I thought that was so cool as a kid.
I thought it was cool with him coming out of the floor.
T-1000?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see, other honorable mentions. Trading Places.
I don't remember. I know what it is, but
Good movie.
I don't remember
It's a
much
good
about
movie.
it. But
Good movie,
It's
yeah.
a good movie. Coming to America.
No, I just
Nah,
no,
come on,
no,
man.
no.
That has to be in the
Honorable
top
mention?
10. Yeah.
You're
come on.
crazy.
That's on my
No.
list.
That is
Yeah,
an
that's-
honorable mention.
No,
That is
honorable mentions is insane.
the reason
There's
why.
not 10 better 80 movies than Coming to America.
Yes, there is.
No, there's not.
But the
No.
reason
No.
the reason why it's honorable mentions
No.
is because it has significant high spots, but there's a lot of spots that are kind of just meh. Like if you think about the order of the movie, let's go through the order. It starts off,
But I give
the
you
royal
movie
penis
word
is
for
clean, Your
word.
Highness.
It's a great moment.
Great part.
Yeah.
Between that and him meeting his wife to be, where he's telling her to bark like a dog, most of that stuff was just kind of okay, whatever.
I enjoyed the dance.
Okay, that's
She's your queen to be?
okay. So that's 5 minutes before. Okay, so that's 5 minutes before the part I was talking about. Okay, there's still about 15 minutes in between those two parts. That's just kind of meh.
Let them
Okay.
wait. I'm talking to my son.
Yeah.
So once again, that's the bark like a dog part.
Okay.
So after that, they leave for America. No part's really good until you meet the barbershop guys.
Oh,
Okay,
no,
that's
no,
kind of
no,
funny.
No.
Everything when they first landed in America is hilarious. The club, the
Well, wait,
place
wait,
was
wait, wait.
the place was trash.
Over a little head.
Where they went to,
You're skipping the head.
Oh, good morning, my neighbors. Hey,
You're-
fuck you.
You're still skipping ahead.
Oh,
That's-
I'm sorry. I apologize.
So
Go ahead.
between the part where they want to leave and they first meet the barbers, because remember they first meet them before they even go into the apartment.
That's
yes, good morning. Fuck you too.
That's after they get the apartment. That's after they get the apartment.
But even in the
Before
apartment,
they before they get the apartment is meh. Then they get the apartment. He's like, "Hey," the guy falls down the
Oh,
stairs,
I
and
used
he's
to
like,
rewind that all the time as a
"Hey,
kid on the
you still owe
VHS.
me for your rent." Okay, that
Hey,
was
Stu,
that was okay.
Your rent's due, motherfucker.
It's a shame what they did to the dog.
Yeah.
That was okay. But there's just parts that you're like, okay, that part's good. That part's good. That part's good. But overall,
No, that movie fire.
no, no, it's not.
You're not gonna get us
No,
to
it's
agree
not.
with you.
I know you're not going to agree with
You're
me,
insane.
but it's not top 10.
I'm definitely about to argue every single one of your top 10s.
Okay. another honorable mention, RoboCop.
Yes.
RoboCop.
First
was
of all, how pissed would you be if you died? They like, nah, you still got to go to work.
wake his ass up. You got to go to work.
I'd be sick. I'd be like, no, bro, it's some bull.
No, yeah, that was crazy. That was incredibly violent for a kids movie.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And my last honorable mention, Clue.
Shout out to Tim Curry, but other than
That movie,
It's not a movie I think about, but yeah, I get it.
that movie, just especially when you hear the story behind it, it was so creative. The theatrical release, you know how if you watch the movie, you'll be like, that's how it could have happened, but here's another way.
Mm-hmm.
Each way that they showed it being how it worked was a different way they showed it in the theaters.
All right.
So each theater showed a different ending. So people would come out saying, oh, it ended like this. And the other person's like, what are you talking about? It ended like this. This person was the killer.
Oh.
Only the home releases didn't show all of the endings.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that's actually pretty cool.
Yeah, it is
That's pretty
dope.
cool, yeah.
The theatrical ones all showed different endings. And I'm like, that's dope.
It is.
But that's all my honorable mentions. I could have had honorable mentions for days, but I was like, I'll whittle it down to just a few.
How many you got, Tom?
I got 5.
5? I got 7, so.
Oh, you want to go? You want me to go?
You go ahead.
All right. First one is Little Shop of Horrors.
Never seen it.
Really?
Yeah, I don't think I have.
Do you ever seen it?
Of course.
Okay. That's
Feed me,
from
Seymour.
Feed Me. Gina and Pam was in it.
Yes, they were. They were the singers.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Very young. Great movie.
It was solid.
I loved it. Didn't make the list though, but I loved it.
I liked it better younger than when I got older. As I got older, I'm like, this is not as good.
Probably, yeah. But I just love the soundtrack. And
Yeah.
Rick Moranis is great.
Yeah, he's cool.
Yeah. Next one is Ghostbusters 1.
Why is that not a top 10?
Look, it was hard
How's-
I also got it in my top 10.
It's hard.
How is that not a top 10?
because I got other stuff in here that's just better.
How is that
I'm
not a
sorry.
top 10?
I
It was
literally
hard.
almost put on a Ghostbusters shirt before I got here today.
That's a top 10.
So,
It's
That's a
not-
top 10.
I-
That's
it-
not only is that a top 10, that's a top 5.
I don't know about that.
I don't
but
have it as top
No,
5.
but
That's
I
a
don't have
top
it as
5.
but I have it
Because
as
that
top
movie still holds up to this day.
5.
That's
So it's coming to America.
That's a big Twinkie.
It does hold up to it.
All right.
Well, the big Twinkie, wasn't that?
That was Ghostbuster 1.
I thought that was 2.
That was 1.
Hmm.
That was 1.
Okay.
Next is Fast Times at Ridgemont High.
Meh.
Yeah.
Meh.
It was an alright movie.
Yeah. Meh.
Karate Kid 1.
Yes.
Meh.
This one I had to take off because I had to put something on there. I had to take Beverly Hills Cop 1 on the honorable mention. I had it on there, then I had to take it off because I had to put something else on it because I forgot last minute.
I have it.
And
on.
then
I can see that being a honorable mention.
the last one, Big Trouble in Little China.
I love that movie, but it's not nowhere close to the top 10.
I got it. on
That
honorable
movie is
mention,
just
so-
complete nonsense, but it's an entertaining.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's all I got for the honorable mentions.
All right. My honorable mentions. My first one, Predator.
Okay.
Original. Good
Good.
movie.
It's a good
I
movie.
enjoyed it.
It's a good movie. I enjoyed that movie.
My second, Full Metal Jacket.
I've never seen that movie.
Private Paul.
The reason it is only an honorable mention is because the first 30 minutes of the movie is all you really need to watch. But it is the most entertaining 30 minutes of any movie. I don't care.
I've never seen it.
You literally only have to watch when they're in boot camp. It's so entertaining and it's great and it's worth watching.
And Kingpin snaps.
Yeah,
That's Kingpin.
he definitely snaps. Yep, this is my rifle. Yep, but this one for people who know me, this may be a shock. Major League.
I was gonna put on honorable mention, but
It's my
great
honorable
movie.
mention,
But-
and people know how much
You
I
hate baseball.
I know, but the movie was great.
Yeah,
Charlie Sheen,
Charlie Sheen's movies was always pretty decent.
especially Men at Work.
Man, that work was okay.
It's classic, but that's a different.
I
era.
preferred Hot Shots.
My next one might upset some people. I don't know. Maybe they think it should be higher, but it's only honorable mention for me. Lethal Weapon.
No, that deserves to be top
That's
10.
in my top 10.
That's a top
It's not
10.
in my top 10. It's
That's a
it's
top
an honorable
10.
mention for me.
That's a top 10.
I never really cared for him. The only scene I even like really fully remember is when Danny Glover stuck on the toilet and the bomb's about to explode. He has to pull him into the.
Was that the first one?
I don't even know.
No,
I thought
The
that was
second one,
two.
I think.
I think
Yeah.
that was 2.
I think
yeah.
that was
That's what I'm
two.
saying. That's all I really. So, my next 3. These are just I was born, like I said, 89.
Mhm.
So these are just movies I enjoyed as a kid. They may not have been great movies, but I enjoyed them. E.T.
Stupid movie.
I was a kid. Again, I said,
Yeah.
that's what I said. I enjoyed it as a kid. Gremlins.
I did like Gremlins.
And Who Framed Roger Rabbit.
It's a great movie.
Yes,
Yeah.
it was.
It's a
These are
great
they're the
movie.
movies I enjoyed as a kid.
It's a
and
great movie. Who Framed Roger Rabbit's a great
Yeah.
movie.
Yeah. So those are my
Cool.
honorable mentions.
Good. I'm glad no one had Christmas Story on the honorable mention.
Because that movie's terrible.
We
got
didn't even
that
have that
right.
on our top 10 Christmas movies.
I hate that movie.
That movie's terrible.
It's terrible.
Mhm.
Horrible.
Are we doing our whole top 10 or are we just each giving like our 10, then each give our 9, so on and so forth?
Yeah, we can do that. We can do like we did with the wrestling.
Okay. So we'll each give our 10.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So my number 10. I'll give my number 10. Harlem Nights.
I forgot about
that.
Harlem
And I
Nights.
have it on DVD.
Such a good movie.
That is a great fucking
yeah, that's
movie.
such a good movie. I completely forgot about that.
That is a great fucking movie.
I,
Eddie Murphy getting his ass whooped by
Della Reese.
Della
and
Reese.
shooting her foot.
They shooting her in the pinky toe.
Yeah, no.
That just set the tone for that movie. That movie was fucking hilarious.
Yes, I agree.
That movie's great.
You're not gonna get an argument here.
Yeah.
I wouldn't put that over Coming to America, but it is what it is.
I would because just the stars that you had in that movie.
Yeah, Eddie Murphy,
Red
Richard
Fox.
Pryor, Red Fox.
Yeah, Red Fox, Richard Pryor,
Richard
Robin
Pryor, yeah.
Harris, Della Reese.
Yeah,
Yeah. it's a lot.
Charlie Murphy,
Mhm.
Tommy. What was he played Tommy and Martin.
Oh, Tommy Michael Ford.
Thomas Michael Ford.
Yeah.
He was in it.
Danny Aiello.
mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The white guy. Sal from Do the Right Thing. He was in that movie too. He was the main.
Mhm.
Yeah, he was. That movie was
It was a great movie.
Dominique
was.
LaRue.
Yeah.
Excellent movie.
What you got for 10, Tim?
Oh, Bloodsport.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No. Awful
Yes.
movies.
Yes.
No.
It is a
I knew
classic.
Somebody was
Oh,
going to
you
do
know it.
No.
And the end of
No.
yes, the end of
No.
Awful
great movie. It was
Terrible
fantastic.
acting, terrible.
Great acting. Forrest
no.
Forrest Whitaker's in it. It's a great movie.
No.
Dog.
Yeah.
I love Bloodsport.
It's a great
Terrible movie.
I love Bloodsport.
No.
That is nowhere close to the
It's a
top,
top 10 movie.
It's a
No.
terrible movie.
I don't care about
No.
the eye scene when you
Absolute-
can't see.
Ah,
It's a great
it's a terrible movie.
I don't care if he lied. It's a great movie.
Absolutely awful movie.
Great
No.
movie.
That ain't even the best Van Damme movie of the 80s.
Yes, it is.
Kickboxer's better than
No,
Bloodsport.
it's not.
Kickboxer's way better.
No, it's not.
Way
Kickboxer's
better.
better than Bloodsport. And you can't debate me. I watched both the movies 900 times. You can ask my sisters.
Terrible movie.
No.
I used to mimic the end fight of Bloodsport.
Terrible.
No, everyone.
No.
The only thing about Kickboxer is the dance.
I mean,
That's it.
Kickboxer. I used to mimic the end fight of
Bloodsport has
Kickboxer.
more-
Bloodsport is the equivalent of putting the new Mortal Kombat in the top 10 2020s movies.
It's a top 10.
No, it ain't.
It's a
Yes.
classic.
No, it ain't.
Yes, it is.
No, I'm talking about what he's
yes, it is.
because Mortal Kombat's way better.
That's what I'm saying.
So that's not equivalent.
what I'm saying is that Mortal Kombat
That's like
wasn't
putting-
that good. And
Mortal Kombat was good.
it was,
Yeah,
it was a watchable movie. I wouldn't say like when I'm talking like good movies, it wasn't like
You're talking about the 95 version, right?
No, I'm
No,
talking
he's
about
talking
the
about
new
the
one.
2011, 2019 or 20 or
Yeah.
whatever it was, 2021.
yeah.
I'd rather watch
All right.
Bloodsport. I'd rather watch
Bloodsport.
Chong Li.
My number 10 is completely off the rails and different. No, not really off the rails. It fits for me. Beetlejuice.
Okay.
I forgot about Beetlejuice. I thought that
did
was a
too.
90s movie.
That came
Absolutely
out
love
88.
Beetlejuice. The new one wasn't memorable.
Didn't watch it.
Wasn't memorable. But 81, absolutely loved it.
I like.
Used to watch it all the time.
I had the NES game.
I can't say I remember. I vaguely remember it.
I had the NES. My sister and I used to play the NES version.
My cousin must have had it. I don't think I had it. So
I remember the cartoon more though.
I used to love the
remember
cartoon.
Yeah, great
I used to love the
intro.
cartoon. Yeah, but it was nice because in the new one they brought back everyone, so that was pretty cool.
Even Jeffrey Jones.
I don't know who.
That was the one he had. He was on Ferris Bueller. He was the principal.
I don't think so.
Oh, because I know he did some dirty
Yeah,
shit.
no, I don't think he
okay.
was.
All right.
Again, I can't fully remember the new.
Yeah,
one,
yeah,
you know what I
okay.
mean? So, but well, go right into my number 9. Tim already said it. Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
No, I didn't put that on my list. I like the movie.
Great
though.
movie.
I like the movie though. I'm not.
I don't think I've seen the entirety of that movie.
Really?
I've seen bits and pieces, but I don't think I've ever watched that movie in its entirety.
It's a great movie. It had me looking forward to senior cut day. And our senior cut day, we went over to my friend's house and then went to Dairy Queen. That was it.
I don't even know
We
what
could
I
have just
did.
went to school.
I don't even know if I did anything on my senior cut day. I don't even know if I skipped. I probably went to school.
Yeah.
I know. I think I went to the mall.
There was like 8 of us. We just all went over to my friend's house and like chilled in his den. And then the Dairy Queen commercial came on. And we was like, let's go get Dairy Queen. And we like came back and ate it. And then like Lil Mama's lip gloss came out. And we was like, this is stupid. That's all I remember.
Let it rain, clear it out.
That was chicken noodle soup.
Oh, that was.
Yeah, it was chicken
I
noodle
hate
soup.
that song.
I used to do that dance all the time in
Oh.
my senior year. Yeah. No, it was that my lip gloss is popping. My lip gloss is
Oh,
cool.
God.
So what's your 9?
She was a teenager.
Lethal Weapon 1 is number 9 for me, which we already talked about. So
Yeah,
what's your
it
number?
should be higher, but
No, it's fine where it's at.
I got it in honorable mention. So
my number 9 is Scarface.
No,
Okay.
it was okay. Overrated movie a little bit.
It is overrated. That's why I have it.
it's
at 9.
highly overrated.
That's why I have it
But
at 9.
it did make my list. It's a little higher, but not much. But it is a highly over.
People
will be like, "This is the
people-
best movie ever." I'll be like, "No,
You're wrong. But
So,
it is a very good movie.
Yeah.
But 9, I think, is right where it needs to be. If anyone says it's higher than 9, I'm sorry, you're just.
I have it slightly higher than 9. So
But I mean, if people's like, "Oh, it's number 1," you're fooling
it ain't in
yourself.
my
You're
top
lying
5,
to yourself.
but- yeah. So
All right, so I'll go to my 8.
Yep.
Batman. Michael Keaton. Very first Batman movie.
who was the villain in that one?
Joker.
Jack Keaton
Nicholson.
or Jack
Okay,
Nicholson
okay.
is a joke.
Yeah, no, that was a good one. Okay,
It's a good one.
that was a good one.
It's a
Yeah.
great movie.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna argue with that.
No argument
I
here.
forgot all about it too.
I did. I completely forgot about it too.
because I like Batman Returns is my favorite Batman movie. So that, but
What year was that? Was in the 90s.
that was
right?
91.
Yeah.
Because that wasn't Christopher Rose. Christopher Rose
That
was
Forever.
Yeah, that's Batman Forever.
Yeah.
So, what you got for 8?
Empire Strikes Back.
Okay.
It's my favorite Star Wars movie.
Only reason I don't have that on this list because I'm not a Star Wars guy,
Also, not one.
and I don't even know if I've seen all
Which
of
one was
Empire
Empire
Strikes
Strikes Back?
That's
That's the second
second one?
one
Which
that
one?
was
Okay, so,
released.
yeah.
Okay, yeah. Then that was actually a really good.
yeah. That's a
one.
Luke. I'm your.
I've only
father.
watched the first 3.
No!
So yeah,
yeah.
yeah, I've only watched the first 3, but yeah, that was a good one.
Mhm.
Good one. I have Ghostbusters. It's number
The
8.
first one, right?
The first one.
Okay, not 2. All right.
Yeah.
2 was in the 90s, wasn't it?
Late 80s.
Well, I don't know.
I got the first Ghostbusters.
first
was
one.
number 8.
I have that higher on my list.
Yeah, we already, I thought it was great. I'll still sing the song. Like I said,
the
I
song?
literally, I was looking at my shirts. I was like, man, I could put this Ghostbuster shirt on, but it's a workout shirt, so I did.
Great movie. That still holds up to this day.
Mm-hmm.
All right, what's your 7?
My 7 is Scarface.
Okay.
We already talked about it. You know what I mean? I don't think it was as great as, especially in the black community.
yeah.
Everyone's like, it's the greatest movie ever. And I'd be like, no.
And I want to be like Scarface. You know he died at the end, right?
Yeah.
And then the sister obsession was kind of weird, man.
Yeah.
Like I get being over and overprotective, brother, but it looked like, bro, you
It's a
love
long movie too.
Yeah, like yeah,
It is
It's
long.
like you in love with your sister, man. What's wrong with you, man?
Now that I'm like sitting here thinking about it, I'm like,
I'm doing too much.
I really should have. Ghostbusters should have been my 6. I should have put the next 2 movies, Scarface, behind it, and the following one. But you know, it is what it is. Already made the list. So,
Mm.
All right.
Oh,
What's yours?
Last Dragon, number 7.
No.
Yeah, you got it higher, don't you?
No.
are you talking
Whoa!
about? Are you talking about
Bruce Leroy.
Bruce Leroy?
Barry
Yeah,
Gordy.
yeah.
It's shown up.
Yes.
No.
I love that movie. And
I
it's
like-
not a top 10 movie.
Exactly.
Yes, it is.
I
It's
like
not-
that.
yes, yes,
I
it
love
is.
the movie.
I like
Show
the
Enough
movie.
was great. But it's
I
not
like
top
the
10
movie. It is not top 10.
Yes, it is.
Nah.
There is so much that's stupid about that movie.
I don't know.
Who's the meanest?
Show Enough.
He's
Yes.
saddest.
He
Show
stole
Enough.
the show.
Oh, absolutely.
It was 100%
movie.
about Show Enough.
Yes.
He did. Bruce Leroy was the first person to ever go Super Saiyan, though. I'll give
Yeah.
him that.
Yeah.
And Vanity.
Oh, so fine.
So anyway,
But no,
Yes.
that movie's not a
Man,
top
look, y'all
10.
ain't gonna be hating on my stuff. You hating on Bloodsport. You hating on Last Dragon.
Yes.
For
Mad-
Bloodsport didn't deserve to be
Yes, it did.
neither of those movies.
Look, man,
You're not
y'all
top
some
10.
haters.
You're not top 10. My number 7, Raiders of the Lost Ark.
I've never seen it.
I haven't seen it in years.
I've never seen a single Indiana Jones movie.
I saw Raiders and Temple of Doom. That's it.
Which one's the one with Sean Connery was his dad?
I have no idea.
I can remember.
I heard it was a great movie. I've never seen any Indiana.
Raiders of the Lost Ark is a great movie.
I'll take your word for it.
So I go to 6.
Yep.
Yeah,
Number 6, Aliens.
that's the '70s movie.
No, Alien
Oh,
is the
Aliens.
70s movie.
Okay.
Aliens is the sequel,
Okay.
which was just as good, if not better, as the first one.
No,
Yeah,
fair enough.
I haven't seen it in years. Actually.
Oh, my mom loved that movie. I had to watch those movies. She loved Aliens.
Mm-hmm. All right. What's your 6?
So this is the movie I kicked Beverly Hills Cop 1 off the list for. License to Drive. Yes, yes, yes,
No.
yes.
No.
What?
Over Beverly Hills? No.
Over? Yeah, I no License to Drive. Yes.
Yeah.
What's wrong with License to Drive?
It's
And what?
It's, I'm with Malik.
hold on. I got one movie on here twice. I gotta fix that.
Well, my number 6, I have Terminator. Just grew up loving the movie. Mm-hmm. What'd you say?
I said that's not bad.
Yeah, I just grew up loving the movie. It was, I don't know how many times I said I'll be back. Probably sounded stupid doing it. But yeah, that's what I got. My number 5, into number 5,
Yeah.
Yes.
Rocky 4.
See,
Good movie.
Rocky 4 would have been on my list if you asked me back in like the 90s.
Yeah.
As I've gotten older, it's moved down.
I still love it. I can still watch it today.
I still like it.
Right.
Don't get me wrong. But it's not what it was. Like back in the 90s and stuff, it was my favorite Rocky movie.
Mm-hmm.
But as I've gotten older, I've come to appreciate the first 3 more.
So I can understand that. I love all the Rockies,
Even 5.
but no. Okay. 5 doesn't exist.
Okay.
But so I like 4, especially because what it meant to Creed. Because then we got Creed 2, and then he plays another role, and then Creed 3. So that and I just thought Drago was just dope.
Yeah.
So I just,
See, as a kid, I thought Drago was dope.
Mhm.
As I gotten older, I'm like, he's kind of just a mellow. He was the least interesting villain in the Rocky movies outside of Tommy Gunn. We don't talk about him.
But the reason he was dope is just because he just did not give a fuck.
Yeah.
And I like that even if he dies, he dies.
Yeah.
But that was literally like one of 2 times where he did anything aside from just stand there.
I just
And
mean
look-
his
look
boxing was
mean.
dope. Just him just being
stand there and
vicious.
look mean.
Mhm.
So
Stiff
Although
jabs.
he did almost literally kill Sylvester Stallone during the filming of that movie. They said he hit him, Dolph Lundgren hit him so hard, Sylvester Stallone was in a hospital for weeks.
it would have stopped
Oh,
us
wow.
from getting Rocky 5. So he was trying to do the world a favor. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
We're on 5, right?
Yeah.
Goonies.
It's a
Okay.
good movie, but I don't have it in
It's
my
top
top
5.
10.
It's top 10.
I don't have it in my
It's
top 10.
5. Yeah, it's great.
I like the
movie.
Goonies.
It's a
Yeah.
good
I love
movie.
the
I
Goonies.
like it.
Yeah.
I like it. I probably should have put it in my honorable mentions,
Yeah, it could have been in mine too.
but I just didn't want my honorable mentions to be really long because I could have put easily close to a dozen.
I didn't even put Caddyshack on my honorable mention.
I'm not a big Caddyshack fan.
See, I like those type of goofy movies. That's why I have like
Well,
License
Airplane.
to Drive on there. I just know the slap in the glare. That's all I know.
Yeah.
But that was my
But-
5.
Goonies isn't a bad movie. I'm not upset that you have that in there. I'm more upset that you have License to Drive,
Great movie.
Last Dragon, and Bloodsport.
Those
in
are
your
all
top
3. They all belong on the list.
Bloodsport is not a top
Yes,
10
it
movie.
is.
No, of any decade ever. No.
Haters.
No.
It wouldn't have been a top 10 silent film.
My number 5 is Back to the Future.
Never seen it.
My wife hates that movie. I don't know why, but
I've had zero interest to ever watch the movie, so I just never seen it.
Back to the Future is a good movie.
yeah.
My whole issue is that I don't know if you heard of the comedian John Mulaney.
I love Mulaney.
He ripped apart the theory of Back to the Future.
In which stand up? Because I've seen it.
I don't know which one it was. I saw a clip of it on YouTube, and I'm like, you just made the whole premise sound absolutely ridiculous, and now it hurts my feelings.
Jazz is probably going to listen to this. Like, how do you not remember that part? I love Mulaney. We've watched all his stand ups.
I don't know what stand up it was. I just know I saw a clip on YouTube because it was
Yeah.
titled "Back to the Future" is a weird movie.
I want to say I vaguely remember
But-
what I'm talking about.
Back to the Future is a great movie, and it deserves to be a top 5.
Yeah.
Especially the impact. Almost every 80s kid's like, that's one of the top movies.
Well, you know it's not on mine because I've never seen it. So
Yeah.
What about Pretty in Pink?
No.
No.
My number 4 is Lethal Weapon, the first Lethal Weapon. I think that's a great movie.
It is a great movie, but it's just not a number 4 on my list. That's all. But it's a great movie.
that was in my honorable mentions. So.
Great fight between Mel Gibson and Gary Busey in the front yard.
Yeah.
It was a great fight. Little MMA going on there too.
Well, just a little,
Yeah.
little bit of fighting.
Gary Busey creeps me out.
I always get him and Nick Nolte mixed up because they look just alike.
I did when they were years ago in
Yeah.
the 80s. I did confuse the two of them.
What's your 4?
Beverly Hills Cop 2.
It's a good choice.
Yeah,
I'm not.
Okay.
I'm
I
not
like it
mad
better
at
than the first one.
Okay.
I think I like the first one more,
I like the first one better, but
but I'm not mad. I'm not mad at that.
Yeah.
Did you see the new Beverly Hills Cop?
I did.
No.
It was
I did.
okay.
And it sucks because then
Taggart died
he
like
died.
right
Yeah,
after.
like,
yeah.
So
It was
yeah,
okay.
It wasn't bad. I thought I've watched it a few times. It's something nice to throw on.
It was
when
better
I'm
than
at work.
3.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
but
My-
yeah, but
My number 4. I don't know if y'all agree with this, but one of my favorite movies. I still watch it to this day. And I just found out not just found out, but Jazz has never seen it. And I got to make her watch it. Top Gun.
I haven't seen Top Gun in years.
Yeah, neither have
I
I.
love Top Gun. It's a fire station movie. Like
Oh boy.
watch it all the time.
I haven't.
The new one was great too.
I didn't
was
see
it?
the new one either.
The new one was great.
I think
Yeah.
Wes went and saw it and said it was really good.
Yeah,
I
Goose-
haven't.
Yeah, Goose's son was in that, right?
Mhm.
Goose's son.
Yeah, I haven't seen Top Gun in
Yeah.
I love Top Gun.
at
You know,
least
I could do
25
without
to
the
30
beach
years.
volleyball scene, but it
Yeah.
is what it is.
Yeah.
You know. And then my number 3, Beverly Hills Cop.
The first one.
Yeah.
Okay.
My mom loved the movie, so I had to watch the movie probably once a week, every week for like 3 or 4 years.
Not
Yeah,
wrong
see-
with that.
See, that's how my mom was with Alien,
Yeah.
both Alien, the first and second one, and with The Godfather. She absolutely loved The Godfather.
Yeah. So that's my
I've never
number 3.
seen the Godfather movies.
Neither have I.
Never
I,
seen
I
them.
made a point to not watch them because she just had it on so often. And I'm like, I'm not watching this. I refuse.
Yeah. What's your 3?
Oh, Coming to America.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
I get it. It's just not in mine.
All right.
Loved
I
it.
get it.
We already talked about it though. A lot of big names in it. They're all gone now. A lot of people are passed away from that movie though. But
Great movie, though.
great movie, great
Great
cast.
movie.
Absolutely.
It's a great movie. I'm not saying it's a bad movie. It's just not my top 10.
What you got?
My top now number 3 is Who Framed Roger Rabbit.
You got that in the top 3? Wow.
Yes,
Okay.
because what they did with animation in the 80s, it looked
I love the movie.
good.
I'm not
it was
arguing.
it was a good movie on top of how the animation seamlessly blended with the live action in the 80s.
Mm-hmm.
That was impressive.
Okay. Yeah,
Honestly,
I mean, I'm not disagreeing. I love the movie.
Like the LeBron Space Jam didn't look as good.
Okay, first of all, why are we even talking about that?
I didn't see that movie, so
I didn't
Don't.
see it either, but just looking at it, you could tell that the animation between the meshing of the
Yeah, I get what
animation
you're
with the
saying.
live action was not as good.
Actually, LeBron Space Jam wasn't that bad, but the original Space Jam is one of my favorite movies because I grew
Right.
up on it. So,
Yeah,
you know.
but
Even
like
like Dokes, when we were done, he was like, "Can I watch the original?" Like he didn't want to watch
Yeah.
that again.
that movie holds up so well to this day. It's really good, and it has a lot of the jokes that would go over a kid's head that an adult would be like, "See what you did, dear."
She's not bad. She's just drawn that way.
She's not bad. She's just drawn that way.
That was a dope line. So.
Is that a rabbit in your pocket, or are you just happy to see me?
Oh, man.
It's a great movie.
I agree. What you got, Tom?
All right, Coming to America at 3.
Oh, sorry.
I'm sorry.
I
Yeah,
got to
go
get
to
my 2.
I thought
Number
that was
2.
your 2. I'm sorry.
Okay, my 2, Ghostbusters.
Okay.
Ghostbusters is a fantastic movie.
It is.
It's
an honorable
great.
mention.
It should. No, it's hard.
I had
How
it at
you
8, and I
have-
said it should have been at 6.
How you have it as an honorable mention, but got Bloodsport
That's right.
licensed to drive?
Classic. The drunk making drinks on the dashboard driving, destroying the car. It's a great movie.
Actually, now that I'm looking at it, it should have been 5 for me. Ghostbusters.
And he has it in his honorable mentions.
Yeah, no, I don't-
It's
it
on the
definitely-
list at least.
With-
It's an honorable mention. Like,
First of all,
But you got Bloodsport
Ghostbusters
over
being
it.
below Bloodsport. No, never.
Ghostbusters should
belongs-
not
no.
be below Bloodsport.
No,
no,
at all.
No,
It should not be
it's
below
never
License
exactly
to
where it's
Drive.
at.
No.
It should not be below Last Dragon.
No, they're all bad.
I agree with everything Malik just said. What you got
Hey.
for your 2?
Just one of the guys.
What?
Yes.
Come on, these are not top 10.
Yes, they are.
Hey, yo, we
That-
have to fight.
Hold on,
till-
wait, hold on, wait.
That rap was the worst rap I've ever heard. No, that wasn't just one of the guys. That was the Wish one. Can't remember what. That wasn't just one of the guys. My mistake. But just one of the guys. No,
Yes.
no,
Yes.
no.
Yeah.
No.
It was the first pair of tits I've ever seen.
So
Big deal for me. That was
That
a big
doesn't
deal for me for a 5-year-old kid.
That
That was a
doesn't
big
make
deal
the-
for me. I love the movie. Johnny from Karate Kid was a great villain in the movie.
I'm not putting Swordfish in one of my favorite movies.
Oh,
just
man,
'cause.
you were already a preteen by then.
No, it wasn't.
No, it's a great movie. I don't have a lot of good memories with my dad, so me and my dad watch that movie all the time. So it holds up a special place for me. And
okay.
I love that
That-
movie.
that-
So
okay.
that should put it in your honorable mention.
No. It's number 2 because it's a great movie.
But
It's
you
really
know
good.
what?
It's a great-
If it has that attached to it, then I can understand it because that's why I have Beverly Hills Cop as 3.
Yeah.
So I get it.
Okay.
I get it.
Okay. That movie's not that good.
It's great.
But-
No
It's
pain,
not
no
that
gain.
So for me, my number 2 movie, one of my favorite Christmas movies, Die Hard.
Okay, I ain't
Okay.
gonna argue that. That's fine.
All right, I'm not
I
gonna
got Die
argue
Hard
with
at
that.
number 2.
I'm okay with that. I'm all right with that.
You know, I mean, we spoke about that during the Christmas episode, but hey,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love the movie.
Okay. Yeah, it's a great movie.
And my number 1 movie, Coming to America.
I ain't gonna argue that.
It's my number 1. Sorry.
Mister, I got an honorable mention over there.
It's an honorable mention.
I didn't.
I don't want to hear nothing from the guy
my,
that
list,
has.
my list is good. My list is good.
This guy is Bloodsport. This
Yeah,
top
you got
10
that
over
right.
Ghostbusters.
Yep.
Like, come on, dog.
Bloodsport belongs in the bottom 10.
Bloodsport's not even an honorable mention, and I'm a Van Damme fan.
Haters. Haters, man.
What you got us one?
Oh, the greatest 80s movie of all time, The Lost Boys.
Lost Boys is not.
Yeah,
top
no,
10.
I
That's an
wanna
honor.
take it to- yeah.
I'm upset I don't have it as in my honorable mentions.
I like the Lost Boys though.
It's my
I like the Lost Boys. Don't get me
favorite
wrong,
80s movie.
but a lot of it doesn't make sense,
Doesn't matter.
and a lot of it is there just to be there. Why the fuck is the dude naked with a saxophone? No one gives a shit.
Hey, still believe.
It really doesn't. He has no point in being there. He plays no part in the story, but they made sure to prominently show that guy. You don't even know what he's there for. He's just a guy with a saxophone with no shirt on, and I think he has a collar with a bow tie.
Yeah.
He was lost.
But
My favorite 80s movie.
I enjoy that movie a lot. Don't get me wrong. It shouldn't be number one.
It is number one.
I should have said my number one was the Never-Ending Story.
No.
That's number one of trauma-inducing movies of the
100%.
80s.
Traumatized the hell out of me.
No.
Or Artex.
Still better than Bloodsport.
No, Bloodsport is exactly where it belongs. Number 10.
No, it doesn't. My number one is Die Hard. Die Hard's the best movie of the 80s. I'm sorry.
I had that too.
Lethal Weapon's better.
No.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yes,
No.
it is. Yes, it is.
No.
Yes.
No, it's not.
It is.
I don't see people out here quoting Lethal Weapon on a daily basis.
I do now. I'm too old for this shit.
Fair enough.
No.
What about Police Academy?
Police Academy was cool, but
I really only remember the dude making all the sounds.
yeah, he stuck out, and then the captain getting the blowjob from the
Oh, Captain.
the woman under the podium.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What about the little black lady?
Oh.
With the horn. She just scream.
Yeah, and also Hightower.
Yeah, Hightower. Tackleberry.
No, Hightower fucking with the two racist dudes, the racist recruits.
Oh.
They called I believe they called him a nigger, and he
Yeah.
very politely, very quietly, and very politely let them know that they had fucked up.
Yeah. But I had the best list.
No, you
No.
didn't.
Yeah, I did.
No.
Yeah.
No, you didn't.
Mm-mm.
Viewers, you tell us
You definitely
No.
outvoted on that.
No.
who got who had the best top 10.
Tell us in the YouTube on the comments
I had the best
what
list.
y'all think. What
Yes.
movies did we forget? What would y'all have put on there? You know, what movies shouldn't have been on there? Bloodsport,
No,
Bloodsport.
it's exactly where it belongs.
License to Drive,
License to Drive.
Great movie.
Like it's
Let us know
wild
what
to
you
me
think.
that you have License to Drive on there, but don't have Ferris Bueller.
License to Drive was better.
No,
Yes.
no,
Yes.
no.
I'm just glad no one picked Breakfast Club, Pretty in Pink, 16 Candles.
So I like Breakfast Club
Most of those
only
movies was
because
okay.
of what it did for Not Another Teen Movie.
Not Another Teen Movie was one of the better parody movies.
It's my favorite parody movie.
I don't know if it's my favorite because I love Hot Shots.
I can do the whole movie.
I love Scary Movie. I love Don't Be a Menace. Now I think that's my favorite.
You know
parody
what?
movie.
Yeah. Don't Be a Menace.
Don't Be a Menace. I think is my favorite.
I'll put
parody
right
movie.
there with Not Another Teen. But like me and Jazz, we can do Not Another Teen quotes all night if we wanted to.
How Not Another Teen Movie started just had me dying.
I haven't seen it in years. I couldn't remember.
Captain America had a banana up his butt. Not Another Teen Movie.
The token black guy.
Oh, hey, what are you doing here? What do you mean? I'm supposed to be the only black guy at this party.
Oh, my bad.
Oh,
bad. You
my bad.
go ahead. You go ahead. Take it.
I know. Damn, that's whack. I mean, I thought that was, a great list besides Tim's.
I had the best
But,
list here. Really? Just one
feel like
guy
we-
in the top 80s movie?
No.
Yes.
No.
It is.
No.
I feel like we haven't been going long. Feels like this was pretty short.
Yeah.
Yeah. We kept
What you
things
guys think?
pretty brief.
Yeah, you want to just go into our trash takes, or you want to throw something else in there?
Did you want to talk about Marvel Rebels real quick, or you want to wait?
I'm fine with that.
Well,
Your
as
turn.
you know, the Thing and Johnny Storm came out yesterday. They
Yesterday. Yep.
Came out. I like them. I like Thing a little more, but I feel like the Hulk is still better though overall. Like I think the Hulk's gameplay is better than the Thing, but I do like the Thing a lot in the game. Johnny's dope. I do like the Storm team up with Johnny.
The Storm team up is really strong. Really fucking strong.
And long.
Like that sumbitch runs forever.
Yeah.
But I think Johnny
Is
overall,
that the tornadoes of fire?
the fire
Yeah.
tornado.
Fire tornadoes? Okay.
Yeah.
So you know how Storm's ult is where she does the
Yeah.
tornado.
Yeah.
Now when she catches fire, it now lasts forever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It lasts for fucking ever.
So I was at work yesterday, so I didn't get to play it, and I tried to, but it was 59 hours to download because the internet sucks
Right.
there. But I did want to like try it out, so I'm definitely gonna do it maybe tomorrow. So but
Yeah.
Johnny looks like someone I would play with.
Johnny's a little bit, he's not as easy to use as I thought he would be. And his maneuverability is not great. Yeah,
Yeah.
Is he
can-
along the lines of Iron Man or no? Because
No.
Iron Man moves a lot.
Iron
better.
Man can move a lot better.
Oh, okay, well then that's
Because
I
he
use
doesn't
Iron Man. So
he doesn't have the speed that Iron Man does. He kind of floats like Storm does.
oh
He
then
does
maybe
have
I
a speed
maybe I
move,
won't.
though.
He has that the boost that can allow him to fly up and down. He moves only marginally faster.
Yeah.
Well,
He's not moving like Iron Man is.
okay.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, I think like when Star-Lord's using his boosters, I think he's moving faster than Johnny
Faster,
It's
Storm.
yeah.
another character I use. So okay.
But and his stuff, he's not easy to use, but I think with his team up abilities, his ability to zone areas out, just cut areas off. Oh, you want to go here? No, you gonna pay if you try to go over here. Is going to make him really strong, but I think he's a higher skill floor guy. Like someone who doesn't know what they're doing will be terrible as
You want to throw that in there?
I'm asking you.
Yeah, we can throw that in there too.
Okay.
he would be terrible as a new player character. Like I would never recommend him Johnny Storm as a character to use for someone who's never played.
But I
before.
do think out of the whole Fantastic Four, I think Sue's probably the best one.
Dude, that's what I said when they first
Yeah.
dropped her. I was like, a good Sue is tough.
Yeah.
Yes.
Her ult
It's
is her
tough.
ult is, but they just nerfed her ult. Her
Mhm.
ult is still bullshit. Like it's just
It's crazy.
yeah.
Hey, well, what's this whole thing with Blade being chained up during Black History Month?
Oh yeah. He looks dope though.
Yeah, he does.
He's coming.
Give him
Jazz was like, Blade has braids, and I was like, you sure it's not? Remember, he had the like stripes in his hair.
Mhm.
I was like, you sure it's not that? And then she's like, no, I'm pretty sure it's braids. And then I end up like looking up a picture, and I was like, hey, why my man chained up?
Now that part we about where it's chained up, like because that's on the new stage in Central Park or whatever. Central
Mhm.
Park.
Yeah.
So if you die and you spawn back in that room and you see Blade, but like at first you're like, how do I get out of this room? And
You can't just walk out.
yeah,
You got to hit a butt like the touchpad on the
it says
PlayStation
teleport.
to teleport out. I'm like,
Yeah,
why? Like if you're trying to rush back, now you got to try to remember to hit the
Yeah.
button to teleport. Like,
So I guess that's
Yeah,
them pretty much telling us he's the next character.
yeah, absolutely.
Like he's gonna break free and be
yeah,
the
pretty
next
much.
character.
Yeah,
Probably.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, because like when you're attacking, you spawn in that room when you die. It's like on the last choke of the stage. We're all like, yo, how do we get out here? The time's running out. We gotta hurry up and get on this damn payload, But
I think it would be dope if like before they even announced that he's like the next character,
yeah,
if like a week before like you get that stage and he's just gone.
that would
Right,
be
like,
cool.
where the hell is
breaks
Blade?
free.
You know,
Yeah,
like
that would be cool.
But I do hope, since I do like we talked about it, Johnny and Storm team up. I would like to see more ults team up.
mhm.
I'm all for that.
Yeah.
Since they kind of opened the door now for this.
Well, I mean, I do want to see more ults mashing.
Yeah,
I think that could be good. And they could do stuff like that. Like you saw in, I believe it was Avengers Age of Ultron, where Thor smashed his hammer onto Cap's shield.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So if Thor does his ult and he comes down on his cap
Right.
and he hits the shield, it should
Yeah.
magnify or something like that. I think ult team ups should be.
And Ultron's supposed to be coming too, right? Wasn't they?
That is the theory that Ultron is
coming.
That is a leak that Ultron's
Okay.
coming. Yes.
Oh, okay. I seen I guess because of the Wolverine, one of the tokens is the half heart. They're like, okay, so it's clear Deadpool's gonna be the other
Deadpool's
half.
gonna-
Yeah.
you know.
Deadpool's definitely on.
And then I seen someone joking like Deadpool should be a support character, and he should be like in the nurse's dress, just to troll players. I was like, that would be the most Deadpool thing, and it'd be hilarious,
Right.
but it would piss people off.
But I think he should, but I don't think he should be support.
Mhm.
I'm sorry, you're a guy that's known for having guns
Yes.
and swords.
But they're
Right.
like, that would be the troll, is to make him support. And I'm like, yeah, no, don't. But yeah, it'd be funny.
It would be funny.
Well, I guess, said you don't mind doing it. So as great as Marvel Rivals been, did it officially kill Overwatch?
It's Overwatch is on the ropes, really bad, like Apollo Creed. It's looking bad. And Overwatch is trying, but they're trying to fix all the things that we cried for years. Like they bring back loot boxes, and I'm like, oh, now you want to bring back loot boxes? Oh, we're bringing back 6v6. You should have never got rid of 6v6.
So I only had Overwatch downloaded because Jazz absolutely loved Overwatch.
Right.
It was like her thing. Like anytime she was on the PlayStation, which was more than me, she was playing Overwatch.
Correct.
Since Marvel Rivals has come out, I asked her the other day, I was like, this is taking up space. Can I just delete this? She was like, yeah, I don't play Overwatch anymore.
Yeah,
and now she's on Rivals all the time.
I played Overwatch one time since Rivals came out because I wanted to teabag somebody.
I think
you can't teabag in Rivals.
Troll.
Yes.
I think Jazz, when Rivals first dropped, she played it for like an hour and then went back to Overwatch. And then was like, well, let me try Rivals out again. And then she hasn't been back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
I stopped playing Overwatch years ago.
I fell off because of 2.
A lot of people did when he got rid of the 6v6 and went to 5v5. And then
See, I didn't even realize that. That's probably why, but it was just like 2 just didn't hit for me like 1 did, so.
Yeah, I fell off of Overwatch. It just got too many people were trying to play the pro meta, which annoys me. Like, you're not a pro level player. Don't do that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And it just stopped being fun for me. But do I think Marvel Rivals or Overwatch is dead? I don't know about that because they do have a foothold. And I haven't looked up the numbers to see how much of an effect that it had. In fact, I would like to see that. But I don't know if it's as big of a hit as people are hyping it up to be.
Like, I feel like the same way, like you said, how Jazz feels. Like, I don't care to play Overwatch again.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, I like it's still in. Like, I know Darren said he uninstalled it. I still have it installed because you know what I mean. I just go straight to Rivals now. I don't even think about Overwatch anymore.
Right.
Okay, yeah, they're saying that Overwatch's player count has dropped 39% since Marvel Rivals dropped. So that is a significant hit. So I will put it in the category like you said, Tim. They're on the ropes.
They're on the ropes.
Are they out yet? No. But it ain't looking good.
No, and like we already talked about this a while back on PlayStation. Marvel Rivals is going to slow down eventually.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I know, yeah, they have the characters they can keep producing like they said they're going to do every 6 weeks, but they're going to slow down eventually. Because like you said, they're going to start overlapping these other characters and stuff like that. And
Rivals dropped in November, didn't it?
December.
December?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
But the only thing right now with Rivals that irritates me, honestly, is that I think the healing is a little too powerful. And there's no villains other than Hela. There is no true villains in this game that you can play other than Hela. Everyone else is either an anti-hero or they're all good guys.
Yeah.
Like Magneto's anti.
Yeah, Magneto depends on how he's feeling.
But Hela is the only true villain in this game. Like, where's
Loki?
Yeah, Loki too.
Namor.
No. Namor's often seen
Given
as kind of like
And
a lot of the time they see him more hero-ish
heroes.
or more of like a
Yeah, I guess so.
But we all want Doom.
Definitely want Doom.
We want Doom.
Definitely
We
want
know
Doom.
he's coming, but we want Doom. I want Apocalypse.
Mhm.
You know, like I just want to see more villains in the game. That's all. But I love how the characters interact with each other in this game.
Mhm.
When you haven't played yet, since you know you haven't got. But if you're Sue and Johnny dies, Sue gets pissed.
Oh, really?
She's like, Johnny, you're gonna regret doing that. You know, whoever you know what I mean. Like it's like they like how they all
See-
these characters interact with each other. I think that is like
I
I
like
be
that
listening to them when they're like
when they're just talking.
Yeah.
I like that, but I'd like it to have more of an actual tangible effect. Where, hey,
get
if-
a boost.
yeah, some kind of something happens. Hey, so there's that rumor that Jean Grey's coming.
right.
Say Cyclops comes as well. And if Cyclops dies, maybe she goes Phoenix for
a brief
a
moment.
brief bit of time because you pissed her off.
Okay.
What about Green Goblin?
He needs to be in this game.
I'm okay with it, but I'm a little tired of the flying characters right now.
Yeah, okay.
We got a little
That's
too
fair.
much. I'm all for it for sure. I'm
Yeah, he doesn't need to be an immediate ad,
yeah.
but he definitely needs to come.
I
to
would
this
like
game.
Doc Ock in it as a tank.
Yeah.
I think he'd be.
You know, I'm surprised Thanos wasn't in it right away.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm surprised
Yeah.
Thanos isn't.
So,
I wouldn't mind to see some other character. Kingpin.
Yeah.
as a
Kingpin
tank,
could be fun.
it'd be,
Yeah,
it'd be a
as
good tank. Yeah.
Obviously, there's plenty of X-Men villains that could be good. Mr. Sinister.
Yeah.
Mhm.
How about the Blob?
Apocalypse.
Taskmaster is a DPS.
Taskmaster.
I'm okay with that.
Give me Taskmaster so Taskmaster can give the hands to fucking Iron Fist.
Yeah.
He's not that big of a problem, honestly. It's
No, he's not.
Spider-Man's more annoying than Iron Fist.
Dude, because he be gone. Like, you
can't
turn
get him.
around and
Yeah,
he's gone.
you need a way to slow him
Yeah.
down because he just be gone.
Mhm.
You need a way where someone can be like, oh, no, got your ass.
Yeah, and we need an anti-healing. We
So,
need some anti-heal too.
Overwatch lost 1.8 million people in December alone.
Really?
Yeah.
Mhm. 1,839,212 players.
That's a big drop, man. That's a huge drop. And I was one of those people that, you know, along with Jazz.
Yeah,
and Darren and White, you know, and
Yep.
we all played that game. And like I said, like we did when we did our top 10 video games. I told you I had over 4,000 hours of Overwatch.
Mm-hmm.
That's a lot of fucking time
That is a lot of time.
over a 7-year span. You know what I mean? But like it just got so bad. You know,
I don't even have that much time in Siege, and that was over a 10-year span.
Yeah. So, but
Well,
yeah.
Luke Cage is a tank.
I don't know.
No.
I mean,
Once again, what is he going to bring that's going to differentiate him from the other strong guys?
Nothing.
Yeah.
That's my thing.
It's just a player that people may want to use.
Yeah.
Like,
What about Shuma Garath and like
Who?
Shuma Garath?
I don't know who that is.
Really? From Doctor Strange, the squid with the eyeball.
I don't
Yep.
know much about Doctor Strange.
You don't,
No.
y'all don't know who that is?
It's like the one character I don't know about.
This
Yeah.
octopus looking thing with the eyeball. He be dope.
I know nothing about him.
Okay.
I mean, I know he showed up in Multiverse of Madness.
Yeah, in the beginning, yeah.
But and the only reason I know that is because you said the squid with the giant eyeball, and I remember seeing
Yeah,
that in
because he's
in
from he's from Doctor Strange. so.
Multiverse of Madness. But outside of that, no idea. Dormammu.
I'll be okay with Dormammu.
Yes.
I'd be okay with
Yeah.
Dormammu.
Mhm.
I would like him at the DPS though.
Who's some of the other
What about Mephisto or Blackheart?
Mephisto, Blackheart?
Mephisto would be a good one.
It'll be fine.
Ghost Rider?
They're eventually going to have to do Ghost Rider.
They're
Yeah.
gonna have to Ghost Rider. I'm trying to think of some villains that would be good. Mystique.
I was thinking Mystique,
See?
but I was
Okay.
like, Loki kind of already took her
Yeah.
ult. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's the problem.
Yeah,
Unfortunately, yeah.
that does kind of suck.
There was rumors that Rogue's supposed to be in this game too.
I'm with that.
I would be
As long as
okay
she
with
calling
that.
people sugar.
I also want her touching me.
I love Professor X just rolling around in his little wheelchair. Like,
Oh man,
Professor X.
I wouldn't
I'm gonna
mind
beat
seeing.
the hell out of me in a wheelchair.
I wouldn't mind seeing Pyro and Iceman in it. I know we already have
Bobby Drake, Iceman.
Yeah, I know we already have an ice person in it with Luna Snow, but
no, she ain't.
Yeah,
She ain't Bobby Drake.
right.
Bobby Drake's that dude.
Yeah, absolutely.
Bobby Drake's OP as hell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Most people don't know how powerful he is.
He froze time.
Like, yeah, he's an Omega level mutant.
Yeah,
Like, he's
right.
Bobby Drake is unreal powerful.
And Colossus and Juggernaut. I don't know how you put them in there, but you gotta at least get Juggernaut in there to.
Yeah,
I mean, I don't know what you could do with him, but
that's my issue with a lot of these power, like these just strong guys, is how are you going to incorporate them and not have them feel like the Hulk or the Thing? Like, they're all going to, like, you got to find a way to make them different.
how about?
I don't know how.
Yeah,
though.
I don't know. How about
Kang.
Black Kang? Kang will be good.
Kang.
Black Bolt.
Yeah,
I mean, I don't necessarily need him to be in the game,
Okay.
but I wouldn't be I wouldn't be sitting there like, no, why'd you put him in there?
Yeah. But I did like your Green Goblin pick, but like I said, they need.
Just not soon.
Yeah, there's too much flying.
Just take
Too much flying.
Get us some people that could counter the flyers,
Yeah,
and
the only
stuff,
one- the only
and
one that-
then
yeah.
you could start bringing in more flying people.
Yeah,
Sandman.
I would be okay with Sandman
okay
or
with
Hydra
Sandman.
Man. Either one, I don't care. I'd rather have Sandman than Hydra Man, but I'm okay with either one of those.
Electra.
Yes,
Mhm.
yes, because we don't have any electric in this game right now.
Thor. I mean,
Damn it, yeah,
technically,
Thor.
Damn, I forgot about.
But he
Thor.
doesn't-
Technically,
He doesn't do much with it.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, he's just a brawler.
yeah, he just hits you with his hammer most of the time.
Mhm. I'm excited to see where they take it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I am too.
You know, but like you said, they have basically an endless list of
Yeah,
heroes and villains.
Absolutely.
That's
to
the
choose
one.
from.
That is the one advantage they have over Overwatch is they don't have to think of characters. All they got to do is just be like, okay, open the book
yeah, they got a crate of whatever they wanted to.
and let's go through this book and see which one we want to throw in here.
No, you right.
Who do we want to? We need someone that can maybe do X thing. Let's look through the book that we think can make fit that role.
Right. No, you are correct. Yeah. How about the Blob?
No,
No,
because same thing
Mr. Fantastic.
as
right?
no, same thing as the Hulk and the Thing.
Yeah,
He's a
but
strong guy. His strength is based around his fat, but he's still just a strong guy.
okay.
Mhm.
Like, oh, his fat is indestructible, so he's just a strong guy. Like,
I mean, I would, like Cyclops to
Yeah, he'd be
deal
Yeah.
with the flyers.
absolutely.
Like,
you think Cyclops will be the one to deal with the fly? Like,
his
Cyclops
team should be able to.
Cyclops could deal with. Yeah, Cyclops could deal with the flyers.
Mhm.
I still need someone to slow down fucking Spider-Man's ass. Cyclops wouldn't deal with Spider-Man.
Well, yeah,
That's what I'm thinking. I want someone that can slow those people that are moving around in the air quickly.
Yeah.
Slow your asses down.
Like, cause Venom, like you can catch Venom's slow, but Spider-Man, it's like, dude, he's gone. And
Yeah, and he just
Mhm.
moves so quick,
Mhm.
and you're like, there needs to be a way to slow him down. Like that's my thing. There needs to
Right.
be a way to get him. Oh, you think even if it's like laying a trap, I'm gonna throw this thing here, and if he comes by it, up, gotcha. Like someone
right.
like Black Widow or Peter Quill could have had something like that to counter him. Because
right.
remember in Guardians of the Galaxy, Quill had the little thing that would like suck people into
Yeah.
it.
Mhm.
If he had something like that as one of his, he throw it over
Mhm.
there, and he swing by and it
Yeah.
gotcha for a second or two.
Right.
That would work. Someone that has something like that.
You do something with Craven then.
Craven,
Yeah.
Craven would work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Craven would work really
Hunt him
well.
down.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Craven would work really well. It also could be something you would give to Deadpool because Deadpool has his pockets of infinite stuff. He pulls
Right.
something out of one of his pouches that does that. But
Mhm.
yeah, I like the idea of Craven even better.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm laying a trap. He's always been hunting the spider anyway,
This
Right.
is true. Yeah.
so I have a trap for especially for the spider.
Mm-hmm.
But after Blade, I would like for them to bring in Doc Ock next.
Honestly, I prefer Craven.
No, I want Doc Ock.
I prefer
He'd be a
Craven.
great tank too.
Doc Ock is a tank.
Yeah, he'd be great.
Yeah,
He'd be great, man.
he could work.
He'd be annoying, but because obviously I'm sure they'll make him climb walls.
Yeah, I'm about to say he has to be able to
yeah,
do that. Yeah.
yeah, chase after you. Yeah,
Yeah.
he'd be great. I'm gonna tweet that out. Actually, like, can y'all put Doc Ock in this game, please?
Craven.
Or Craven? No,
Craven.
Madam Web, please. We do not want Madam Web.
Mm-mm.
No.
I don't see the point of her.
Gwenpool. That it?
MODOK? What about MODOK?
Yeah. yeah. I guess you could do them. Yeah. It wouldn't be too bad.
But overall, I am very pleased with Marvel Rivals right now. Other than, like I said, other than my gripe with the healing, other than in Spider-Man, everything else about the game is fine.
Yeah.
The balance they like I said, they did do a lot of nerfs and buffs for this balance patch. So yeah, so it's good so far. Even though I don't really feel a difference with Loki, because they did nerf Loki. They nerfed Loki, they nerfed Luna Snow, and they nerfed
Cloak and Dagger.
Cloak and Dagger. Because the Cloak and Dagger has like the highest win rate character in the game right now.
Yeah,
So,
there's a good Cloak and Dagger.
Yeah.
Is a beast.
but I still don't really feel the nerfs because I still was getting my ult pretty fast with Loki today when I was playing before I came over here. So, and Star-Lord has the best ult in the game.
Yes.
Yeah.
Star-Lord's ult.
Yeah, his ult is unbelievable.
I play as Star-Lord.
Yeah, it's
so, yeah,
unbelievable.
I like
It's
Star-Lord.
unbelievable.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
I don't know. I like Punishers.
Punishers is nice too.
Punishers is cool.
Especially when he destroys them damn tanks in front of you.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man. Or Iron Man when he's just standing up there. I just
Yeah.
that's all I got.
Yeah.
We on to the trash takes.
Yeah.
You want to go first?
How am I go first? You want me to go first?
I
Yeah,
go
go
first.
ahead.
All right. Trash takes. This is for all you annoying people out there. No one gives a fuck if you want to leave a Facebook group. Just hit leave. You don't have to tell us why. We do not care. Nobody cares.
You won't be missed.
100%. So I left 3 Facebook groups this week just because I'm not present in them. So I just hit leave group. No one cared why I was leaving.
Remember when Shanae used to do that? When they picked, like, I hate this group. He would take a picture of the leave button, the circle.
Yeah.
He's like, just leave.
Like,
Just
dude,
leave.
no one, you're not that important that anyone cares that you're leaving a public group, especially if you're a person who doesn't even like comment much in the group.
Right.
No one cares. I'm not going to say names, but there's a name of a certain rapper's fans who have been crying for the last year. In one of the groups, somebody made an entire post like, oh, I'm leaving this group because I thought this group was about something else. And I'm like, no one, first of all, you've never commented in a group. No one knows who you are. No one cares. This isn't an airport. You don't have to announce your departure. Just go.
Yeah.
Just leave.
And
Just leave.
it's okay if your favorite rapper takes an L. They usually bounce back. Like, he's going to bounce back. This is the second time he's lost a battle. This one, he's getting more humiliated. He was the first battle he lost, he got destroyed in one song. Then we found out he had a child.
Yeah.
But he recovered. He's still getting embarrassed. But
also, it's okay to like more than one rapper.
Yeah.
You don't have to choose a side.
yeah.
You do not have to choose a side.
Yeah, like rap. Yeah, I felt Nas won that battle 20 years ago.
Jay-Z's been just fine since then.
Exactly.
Like,
Cannabis beat LL, in my opinion. I think you think LL won that, right?
I felt
But
LL won,
LL
but
still is LL. You know, like it's okay. Like,
Like, but it was funny because it's just I always see people do it. Like, well, I'm leaving this group because I don't like what you're. No one cares. We don't care. No one. Just hit
Get
leave.
out.
Just leave. Just leave. You're not that. No one knows who you are. It's the internet. You're not that important. You're not vital to the group that it's going to collapse without you.
Right.
Just leave. Like, and I just be wondering, like, oh my God, I'm leaving this group because I don't like this. And like, did you feel better? How do you expect this to go? Do you expect people to get on there and be like, oh my God, no, don't leave. We love you, random person that we don't know. No one cares.
no, I agree.
Just leave. Like I said, I left 3 groups this week just because I was like, why are these even on my timeline? Leave. Man, that was easy. No one has messaged me like, why'd you leave this group? What are you doing? No one cares.
I agree with you.
Okay.
I hate people.
We know. You say it every 2 weeks.
Listen,
Every 2 weeks.
but that's my take.
All right. This, I know I'm already going to piss off my son with this statement, but it doesn't matter. Gymnastics, diving, competitive cheerleading, and the sort, they're not sports. They're athletic competitions. Now, don't get me wrong. These people are incredible athletes. I'm not saying you're not an athlete. I'm saying what you compete in is not a sport. And the reason for that is because there's no clear defined way to win.
Point system.
Yeah.
The point system is the whim of some random person. Today, I was at my son's diving championship match. There was a kid, did a dive. The scores were like 8, 7, 6.5, 7, 6.5, 3. What is that? You're just going to give a random score on a whim. It's at the whim of a person. And to really mark my point, Simone Biles
I was waiting for you to finish, and I was going to say it.
is 100% the greatest gymnast of all time.
Yes.
She has a move.
Moves.
She has a move that no one else can do.
Moves.
So if it was a legitimate sport, all she needs to do is do that move successfully. She should win.
She's had multiple moves banned. That's why I said moves. I knew where you were going with it.
They said, oh, that's too hard for everyone else, so we're not going to grade it as well because it's too dangerous for anyone else to do.
Yeah.
That just makes your whole entire thing illegitimate.
She's done that multiple times.
It's not a sport. That's what I mean. There should be a clear defined way. By rule, if I could do a move that no one else can do, I should win every time if I do the move.
Yes.
If I do the move successfully, I should win every single time. Why? Because no one can do anything close to it. But they want to try to make things fair. So they're like, oh, no, that move's banned, or we're going to we're going to take away some points of difficulty, even though it's a move that's more difficult than anything anyone else can do. So it's not a sport. It's an athletic competition.
So in the summer, I'm not disagreeing with you, but in the summer during the Olympics, after the whole Jordan Childs thing where she came in 3rd place, and then like a couple days later, they're like, never mind, she didn't actually place. I said gymnastics shows why it's a complete joke because of the committee.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I agree with you on that front. And I've said plenty of times, just because Simone Biles could do something that no one else can't, and you're telling her she can't do it, I'm like, that is a joke.
Yes.
So I agree with what you're saying. I've never thought cheerleading was a sport, but
Competitive cheerleading, a lot of people, that's my sport I perform in. It's an athletic competition.
Hey, I enjoy Bring It On.
So Bring It On's a great movie.
Yeah, I enjoyed.
I've literally
the
never
first
seen
one.
Man, I can go word for word for that movie too. I love Bring It On.
I have had no desire to see that movie.
It's a great movie.
Okay.
I
Anyway,
love Bring It On.
back-
Did you see Bianca and Naomi wearing the Bring It On?
yes, I
outfit?
did see that.
Okay, yeah.
I mean, I know the gist of Bring It On, but I never watched it. But they're not sports because there's no in everything that's defined as a sport in my mind.
So
there has to be-
breakdancing not a sport?
No.
How dare you disrespect Ray Gun?
Shut up.
There has to be a clear and definitive way to win. Because a lot of people be like, well, then what about boxing? Because boxing is up to judges. Yes, you're correct. But that only happens if I don't knock you out. If I knock you out, guess what? I win. Judges don't matter.
That's true.
In football, I score more points than you, I win. Basketball, I score more points than you, I win. There is a clear and defined way to win. If there's no clear and defined way to win, it's an athletic competition. It's not a sport.
Okay, so you're saying it's not a sport, but they're still athletes.
Oh, they're one. Gymnasts and swimmers are probably some of the best athletes in the world.
Absolutely. Okay. Yeah, no, I agree 100% then with what you're saying.
Yeah, I'm just saying what they're competing in is an athletic competition and not a sport.
Well, I'm not
Fair
gonna
enough.
say anything because my fat ass can't do a backflip, and I ain't saying nothing about.
I can't either.
I ain't saying nothing about diving because you imagine hitting the water like flat. That shit hurt.
Oh, there's a few that did it today.
Yeah,
You're not
Oh,
supposed to hit it flat though.
I know.
right?
Well,
You're not supposed to, but you mess up.
yeah. So
I can't swim, so you wouldn't see me diving off anything unless I'm diving in the bed.
I still don't get how you're a first responder and you can't swim.
Because I don't need to.
Well, what if somebody's in the river or something? You know?
I'll throw them a ring and
throw
pull them
them
Oh, man, okay.
in. We all know our strengths.
hey, nothing wrong with that, dude.
Yeah. But yeah, like I said that to my son and he was mad at me, but I'm like, but then he brought up, is bowling a sport? No,
I look at that more as a hobby, but again,
that's a game. That's
but-
just a game.
shout out to the people that can do the spin.
Oh,
Even
once
bowl
again,
300 because it takes.
it's skill.
Yeah.
I'm not saying you're not skilled.
If you call bowling a sport, then spike ball has to be a sport then at that point.
About badminton.
No.
No, that's not a sport then?
That's
I feel like that's a game.
riding the line.
Yeah.
It's a
Like-
cookout activity.
Yeah, it's something you do at cookouts for the most part. Are there competitive badminton players? Most likely, there's competitive everything.
There's competitive Yu-Gi-Oh players.
Yeah, so
Beyblade is competitive.
why were there some kids doing Beyblade during my son's diving?
Because Beyblade
tournament?
is dope.
But that's just random. Some high school kids was just going at it on the Beyblade
Hey.
during my son's diving championship.
Are esports athletes considered athletes?
Not by default. Can they be athletes? Yes, but just because you compete in esports doesn't make you an athlete.
That's what I was asking. Yeah.
No.
Okay.
By default, no. But if there's an athletic guy doing esports, he's an athlete.
Oh yeah, he's still I was just wondering.
What about frisbee?
Ultimate frisbee?
Yeah.
Ultimate frisbee,
Ultimate
yes.
frisbee.
That's a sport?
They be
Yes.
getting it.
How is that a sport?
Yes.
Have you watched Ultimate
Have you ever
Frisbee?
seen Ultimate Frisbee?
Yeah, it looks like an activity hobby for me, but
No. Not Ultimate Frisbee.
No, not Ultimate.
Not Ultimate
If you're
Frisbee.
thinking about just Frisbee, me and you throwing it back and forth, no, that's just a game. That's like playing catch. No, Ultimate Frisbee, no.
Ultimate Frisbee is basically football with a Frisbee.
Yeah.
when they be like making it spin and curve or when
They're good, too.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then
Yeah,
you got to
before-
run
You're
and
going
dive
down a-
and
you're
catch
going
it.
down a
Oh,
whole
yeah, they
field.
be going-
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, no. Ultimate Frisbee, they be going hard.
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember Isaiah Bryant?
I
He
know.
graduated with
I
he
know
graduated
of
with
him.
me.
I never talked to him, but I know
He's a
who
friend of
he
mine.
is.
He's like a fairly high level coach now in Ultimate Frisbee. He played for a while, but yeah, I believe he's in New York City. But he's like a pretty high level coach now. Like I think he's like the 19U national team.
Oh,
He's a
okay.
coach on there or something like that. Like Isaiah's pretty high on there.
So
Okay.
great athletes. Not a sport.
Yes. No, I am not taking away their athleticism because most divers and gymnasts and swimmers are some of the best athletes in the world. You swim 25 yards. Most people will be halfway dead.
So basically what you're saying is anything that's left up to someone's opinion and there's no clear cut way to victory
It's not a sport. Yes.
I agree 100%.
Yes. If there's no clear cut, I'm at the whim of this random person who just may not like me for some reason. Or maybe they're having a bad day or maybe whatever. So now that because of their mood can decide whether I win or lose.
Yeah, I watched something on like a black figure skater. It was like that, like obviously this was the past, but like they just didn't like her, so they're just like they put her in second place, even though they're like she clearly should have won.
Yeah.
And she took the medal off and was like, nope.
Yeah.
She was like, nope. And I'm like, yeah, it was like that shouldn't be, you know.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It should not be at the whims of some random person's feelings.
Right. That makes sense. All right. That's a good one. That's a good trash take.
I was mad.
So,
I just don't do anything of that stuff. So I don't watch any of it, but I get it. Yeah. I do watch swimming though, because I do like watching the swimming.
I watch the Olympics just you know, I don't
See,
know.
like swimming. Swimming is 100% a sport because there's a clear cut way.
Yeah, you gotta
I
be
move faster than you.
Yeah.
Clear, decisive. I touch the thing before you. There's no judgment. There's no emotion, you know.
Mm-hmm.
What about that thing they do in the Olympics with the horse? Is that a sport?
Equestrian?
Yeah, I don't know what it's called. Yeah.
I've never watched it because it just seems ridiculous to me.
Yeah.
So I can't really comment.
So the only time I watched that was
Shuffling's a sport.
when they were in Tokyo.
Curling
in 2021 because I get done with work so early.
Curling's
So when
not a
I was
there's a clear cut thing to victory.
But so is there in bowling. Still not a sport. That's a game of skill.
yes, I watched a good bit of it because when I was
Takes
getting
a lot
home
to
from
move
work
that,
so
bro.
early, because you know Japan's 12 hours ahead of us, so it was like 1 o'clock or midnight. It was, so I'm like, okay, I'll put on some Olympics, and I'm like, all I see is that. I would watch it. I'm like, this is interesting, but I don't like it. But I just wanted to watch some form of Olympics because all the basketball stuff was coming on when I was either at work or asleep.
Yeah.
So you were pretty much the X Games wouldn't be considered a sport.
No.
I love the X Games.
I loved the X Games.
Mhm.
Not a sport.
Okay.
In the Winter Olympics, when they do the big jump, the ski jump, not a sport.
Bro, I
Look.
watched the Winter Olympics. Y'all ever see the one where they're skiing with the gun?
No.
Briefly.
And it's the dumbest thing I was like, who came up with this?
They just be coming up with stuff because have y'all ever seen in track and field what is it called?
Speaking of people who be running like the 4, 5, 6, 20 miles in
Yeah.
track, you're for the Olympics. I'm like, and you got to do this like every other day. What's wrong with you?
Yeah, that's those cross country people.
Yeah.
Yep. You see who wins those every time.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on, what's that event called? Steeplechase.
Nope.
Yes.
Nope.
That is the most ridiculous racing track I've ever seen. It's just random. You're running
There's
across
water.
the track.
Just randomly
You
in
jump
it.
you just jump over a hurdle into some water and run out and keep running. I'm like, what's the point of the water?
I seen that in the Olympics, and I was like, are they jumping in the water? And they jumped in and got out and running. I was like, why?
I remember when I ran track in college. We went to Bucknell University and we're running and stuff, and they pulled that event out, and I'm like, what is that? And the people are just jumping into the water. I'm like, why? What is the point of this? Now you just walking around with wet shoes.
It was like,
and that's uncomfortable. And it's like
it was like 10
5,000.
laps.
Yeah, it's like 5,000 meters.
Yeah. I'm about to say, I watched it in the Olympics, and I was like, how many times are they going to do this? I was like, you get halfway around the track, and you're finally dry, and then you're like, boop, back into the water. Like, this is so stupid.
I'm like, this is the
You know
dumbest
how their
event
shoes
ever.
had to feel? Like, that squishy, like, that's terrible.
And you probably got blisters, and it probably start stinking.
Yep.
Like you probably got to have a new pair of shoes every single time.
Oh, yeah.
You ain't reusing those shoes. That is by far one of the dumbest events I've ever seen. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that and like I said, the one where they're skiing with the gun and they're shooting targets.
Yeah.
And it's a race. I was like, this is stupid. So, well, I like that trash take. But
That was a good one.
your turn, Tim.
Mine is I ain't gonna piss somebody off this week. Feel like I had y'all
So you
last
say.
with the Rugrats.
Yeah, that was a terrible
It
trash
was a
take.
great take.
My daughter was offended by that
Ah,
But Jazz was like, what? I was like, yeah. I was like, that's Tim.
the cartoon Gargoyles. Great
Great
cartoon.
show. Great.
So it pissed me off because I start watching it again. It was on, I think it was on Max or whatever it was on.
Disney.
It was on Disney.
Yeah.
Yeah, I start watching it again. I watched a whole bunch of episodes, and then all of a sudden they took it off, and I was like, what the hell?
Wow.
But go ahead.
I feel like that cartoon is on the same level with Batman, X-Men, Spider-Man. I feel like it does not get the respect it truly deserves.
What Spider-Man cartoon?
He's talking about the early 90s one.
Yeah.
Okay.
With X-Men and the Batman animated series, I feel like it's on the same level with all of them.
So,
I agree
as a
with
person who like I said, I recently was watching
Well,
it.
yeah.
I agree 100%.
I agree with you.
I agree.
Yeah.
I thought it was great.
Yeah.
One of my favorite voice actors is in it.
Keith David?
Keith David.
Yeah.
And Keith David. He deserves his props in voice acting.
One of my favorite.
Absolutely.
He's in the Mass Effect games, so like, yeah, I love Keith David.
And he tried to in Dead Presidents, he tried to hold the police off for Lorenz Tate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But,
great actor. Though.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I'm not going to argue with that at all.
Yeah.
I agree.
I'm not either.
Yeah, but
Yeah, I think,
like we talk about gargoyles and stuff, but I'm like, no one really ever puts it on that level because there's always that battle between the Batman animated series with Spider-Man and X-Men, and y'all throw Batman Beyond in there, and
I was about to say this
like
might be hot take, but I like Batman Beyond better than the Batman. And I think just because it has a darker feeling to it.
Gotcha.
And I've been watching it recently too, since I can't watch Gargoyles.
Yeah. No, I still like the animated series, Batman one.
Batman animated series I like better than
Yeah.
Batman Beyond, but Batman Beyond is great.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was my trash take.
I thought that was a great take.
No,
that's
I
not
think-
even
I think that's
trash.
a great take,
That's a
yeah.
great
Yeah.
take.
Yeah. So that show was
Yeah.
it was great.
I didn't realize all the characters were named after places of New York when I was a kid. I didn't realize it, but now you think about one's name's Brooklyn.
Mm-hmm.
I think the dog's name, or the big old guy's name's Hudson from like the Hudson River.
Yeah.
One of them name's Broadway.
I did watch I did get to watch the episode where the one shot the girl,
I don't remember that.
and it
I
was
can't
like
remember. It's been so long since I saw
it was like the
Gargoyles.
one that was like always like I used to ride the motorcycle, the little like smaller one, like I think it was like 10 or something. It was an episode, the girl, the
okay.
girl that's always helping
The
them.
detective.
Lisa, I think.
Yeah, he was in her purse and he found a gun and he was like playing with it and he turned it and bang and then shot her. And all of a sudden, that
Yeah.
she was on the ground like
Yeah.
and she had to go to the hospital. I did get to see that one before they took it off.
Okay.
But it was a great show.
Yeah, great cartoon.
Yeah, that wasn't a trash take at all. That was a great take.
Much
Much better than your take from last week.
Hey, my
My
wife.
take from last week was horrible.
Your wife doesn't know anything.
Yeah. Mhm.
All right. And Bloodsport's still a top 10 80s
No,
movie.
it's not.
No, it's not.
Yes,
No,
it
it's
is.
not.
No, it's not.
No, it's not.
No, it's not.
Well,
That's it.
that's it for today. Anybody want to say anything before we go?
We appreciate everyone who watches. Like, share,
Share and
subscribe.
Absolutely. We'll be back more soon with much more nerd stuff to talk
Absolutely.
about. I know we got a list of things planned, but I don't think we know exactly what we're gonna do yet, right?
No, not yet.
Yeah, so
Stay tuned for another episode. We'll be here for all your nerdy debates
Yes, sir.
until making horrible takes all
What are you
the
talking
time.
about? You just like this past trash take.
Yeah, but you put Bloodsport in the top 10. So
Yeah, guess right.
yeah. I do know next time one thing we're gonna talk about is should heroes kill or not.
All right, I can't wait for that
I
one.
don't know if people's been watching Invincible, but Mark is pissing me off. So look forward to that.
All right.
And what I have to say.
All right, until next time.
Yeah, sure.
Like, share, subscribe. Thank you again.
Have a good day.
sir.
Peace.
Peace.
Yeah.